Good morning, guys. It's May 3rd, 2017. We just had we had a ADP report this morning, 177,000, I think it was. We see gold drop here on that report, but not really that much. It's just a $2 drop here. I think the more important event today is FOMC at 2 o'clock. So um, look for the markets to be somewhat boring until then. Maybe there might be a big move here in the beginning of the day, and that might be it until we wait to 2 o'clock. Again, the FOMC should be on at 2 o'clock today. So right now it's 9:03. So we still got a little time before the market, opens. So I'm gonna go ahead and take a little break before we start the day, and I'll be right back, guys. Again, today, a big day, FOMC day. They're probably, I'm going to say 99% chance of them not hiking, right? But we're looking for their language. Specifically looking for language associated with our president and his tax reform and how that's going to affect the economy as well. So I really want to see what happens there, and I want her to be somewhat hawkish. I think the more hawkish she is, the better it is for at least for gold. If you're still in with us for gold, we had a good volatility pop overnight. So we're just letting these trades work out. Again, this is probably the last hope for gold. If there's no bullishness, let's say the gold today drops down. There's no bullishness tomorrow either. That pretty much says gold is dead. We're going to 1220 until something big happens. The only thing is I don't know how miners will react to that news because miners looks like it's going sideways even though the gold is going down right now. So let me mute my mic here, guys, and I'll be right back. Good morning, guys. Good morning, guys. Good morning. Hey, I love Nugget is here in the positive in the pre-market, but J Nugget still is negative. So I just want to point that out, guys. Uh, sectors. So again, Apple yesterday got they beat their EPS, raised their dividend. Great for everyone holding Apple. Thing is, they missed their revenue, which may or may not be a concern because they missed their revenues for their phone sector. Now they beat on like the MacBook. I thought they were missed on the MacBook, but that's the biggest category they beat on. But they were obviously lacking. No one buys iPads anymore, but their phone targets missed. The stock dropped 2% overnight, but it looks like it's just erased yesterday's gains pretty much. Really, not that much of a drop today. So just keep an eye out for that one. 1251 should be the top, which I have as the top most it can go to. Otherwise, it'll probably likely retrace to the previous all-time high here. Just to keep an eye out for that guy because it's going to drag down the indexes because Apple, obviously largest one of the largest you know market caps in the indexes. So just keep an eye out for that guy. Good morning, guys. Good morning, guys. Again, thank you guys again joining us. Hopefully, we're turning this losing streak around, and we're gonna start making some money here. When I say losing streak, I mean day trading losing streak. So, guys, we're looking gold 1252 and CFD 200 moving average. It's probably like 1253 on the gold contract. So, right now the only thing that's really supporting gold is the 200 moving average, and there's a lot of volume here, guys. There's a lot of volume here this morning, way more than yesterday. So keep an eye out for this stuff. Not too sure exactly how everything's gonna move right out the gate, but we'll see. Guys, I also want to mention a lot of the 2006 IPOs, the newer tech IPOs, for example, Twilio, whatever it is, TWLO, and Etsy. Both of them, had terrible terror earnings yesterday. So I just want to point those out. Those newer IPOs here in tech, terrible, terrible IPO. I mean, terrible earnings reports on the most recent IPOs. Dude, I totally like how you say nug tea instead of nugget. Nug tea. Nugget. All right, what's up, guys? What's up, guys? What's the plan today? Plan is not to lose any fucking money, Bugs. What's the plan?
Plan is to make money, bud.
Plan is to freak out and scream into my pillow. I got my pillow right next to me. Yelling's gonna make me scream into my pillow. Muffled screams. Muffle my screams. No one's to hear that shit.
Forex vert. I hear that short trader actually has good shares to short most of the time, but you have to be outside of the United States to use it. So I don't know if that helps you.
Dude, there's a lot of volume on the last hour or so. So 7 minutes until the market opens, guys. Just everyone's filtering in right here. It's probably gonna just gonna go down prior to the market open. Nothing's gonna it's not gonna be bullish before it. So that's for sure. It's probably gonna be bearish before it, just to get heads up. So it's probably gonna drop into it, and then if it's gonna wants to bounce, it's gonna bounce at the end at 2 o'clock when the statement comes out. Again, guys, the statement comes out immediately. So I don't know if they have a press conference today. I don't think they have a press conference. But yeah, the algo should pick that shit up immediately at 2 o'clock. If they surprise us with the rate hike, gold's gonna go crazy. I'm just gonna say that.
They won't.
They won't hike though. There's no way they'll hike. No way.
The dollar's not nearly strong enough.
No, they rather hike when the dollar's weak.
No, they'd rather hike when the dollar's strong.
I completely disagree with that. The reason why they haven't been hiking is because the dollar's been too strong.
No, I argue that. I think it got too strong too quick. That's why they had to level it. That's why they went from 3 to 4 rate hikes now to two. Now it's 2 to 3.
I still completely disagree. The reason why they're not hiking is because they're looking at the dollar. It's already flowing up without the hikes. So now you realize every single time they hike it, the dollar comes down. It's completely contrarian trade.
Yeah, but all the more that's why the dollar typically is high when they rate hike because it can afford to have that adjustment down. If you were to have a rate hike when the dollar is weak, then that would mean that
Yeah, they don't want the dollar getting too strong. If the dollar gets too strong, it fucks up foreign currencies. So their plan. Foreign currencies aren't supposed to
but
be going up 4%, then down 4%, up 5% down. Currencies don't work that way. They're supposed to be a little more stable, and they don't want
yeah,
to
but foreign
disturb. They
currencies
don't
are
want to disturb the currencies by hiking and pumping 1%. Yeah, 1% is a lot in currencies. So think about how much money, trillions per day, gets filtered through currency. So if they hike the rates, the dollar's going to anything they say eventually is a speculation of the dollar going up. So yeah, 10:30 we have the EIA report. So the reason why they never really hiked is because they're just waiting for the dollar to see what it does before they do anything. Because inflation, the dollar is what's controlling the stock market. So all the foreign investors are investing in the stock market because the dollar is associated with it. If you're investing in U.S. stock, right, you're buying U.S. dollars. The U.S. dollar goes up. It's more attractive. That's why stocks have been going up with the dollar, right? Because no one, all these other economies, all these other foreign countries, they're not as good as America, right? Literally, America's stock market has recovered every single time. So they're
yeah,
just
but
filtering
that's
a lot of money. Think of you're like in Europe buying Netflix, right? Not only you're exchanging your euros for dollars, you're getting shares of Netflix, right? That's not a DAX listed, exchange, ticker.
I mean, yeah, what you said is correct, but you're only applying that to one side of the situation. Like, you know what I mean? You apply that same type of, those foreign currencies right now are more volatile than they've been in the past for sure, and we're seeing that kind of volatility with everything that's going on in the world currently, which is all the more reason why the United States dollar has been gaining strength coinciding with those. It's not, I don't know, it is a contrarian trade, but it's still gonna the dollar still needs to be significantly strong in order for these rates hikes to roll out. That's why one's not going to happen right now, and that's why they made Trump say that statement 2 months ago that the dollar was getting too strong, or a month ago, whatever, so that they could weigh it down, so that they can bring it back up. put in the rate hike, implement it, and basically testing lows with
No,
the
there's
dollar.
no way Janet Yellen likes Donald Trump. Let's get that straight. They probably have mutual hatred to each other.
It's
Janet
not a
Yellen's
matter of
probably one of the biggest Democrats out there. Everyone
it's
in the
not
Fed
it's not
are Democrats. I've done analysis on each and every one of the Fed members to see how they would think. Again, the Fed is not dependent on Donald Trump's anything that Donald Trump does has no effect in the Fed. The Fed is technically not even part of the government. It's not part of any three of the branches of government.
Well, when Donald Trump says that the dollar is getting too strong and the market sheds 265
Yeah, do you
points on
think
that,
Janet
then
Yellen likes that stuff? No, this is all garbage. She does not want to work with Trump on these. Her
absolutely
Fed is
it makes
completely
it harder for
independent
her to do her job.
from the executive branch. She has only one goal to control the inflation and to
And
maximize employment. Those are only two things she cares about. And right
yep,
now, employment looks pretty good. And inflation, I don't know what you're using as inflation, but if she's using gold, oil as inflation, that's not working. But if you're looking at equities right now and you're looking at dollar, maybe, and you look at all the reports that are coming out, maybe you can say there's some inflation, but yeah, they're only doing small times by a little bit by little bit. They're not doing what they did back in the day, where they just, they just being very very cautious. Again, the higher they don't want the dollar to just blow up the ground, go up to like 120 or something like that. That'd be ridiculous. How are you gonna achieve manufacturing in the United States when you can't even sell American goods because they're too expensive? 5% exactly. 2008, too
But
high.
I've been under the assumption that that the gold is going up with the rate hikes because they're behind the curve with the rate hikes as far as inflation is going. They're too dovish in some ways. So no rate hike this time around, I think would be a positive for gold as we're not being aggressive enough overall.
I just want to see what she says, to be honest. I mean, last rate hike is obviously set up a huge frenzy from 1200 to 1294 because they were going forth with more rate hikes. So the more hawkish I think she is, the better it is. We can't have her turn dovish all of a sudden. And if the markets seem dovish, it signal like a weak. It would be like a weak signal. So if she wants to keep everything going, she has to be hawkish here, in my opinion. Again, pretty much repeat everything she said for the last few meetings or so. Say the jobs are good, everything is good. We're on course for another 2, 3 hikes. We're gonna keep on monitoring the situation, and she's probably gonna say something like this: the tax reform bill comes out, next month, or it comes out soon. So we're gonna go ahead and just like observe what. Excuse me, guys. Observe what happens. So this gonna drop. Oh God, I just choked on my
oh
fucking
my
coffee.
goodness, that's not good. I fucked up. Oh my goodness, I gotta make up for that right now.
VXX gap up 1.3. GXJ gap down minus -0.25%. Need VXX to keep coming up here. Immediately, he's trying to fill the gap here. Market buyers at the open. Dollars up just a little bit. UJ continues to surprise, but it's finally at my resistance after just going sideways, pretty much floating to the top. 112.4. Looks like it hit my resistance perfectly here, guys. On the left hand side. Apple down 1.72%. Again, this will be a huge drag on the market if it continues to come down. First support 140.25. Looks like it's definitely coming down. It's probably going to fill the gap here from the last few days, down 1.61%. So we'll see what happens. But again, this guy's definitely going to be dragging down the markets today. And indexes are calculated using market cap. So Apple with its market cap, 2% drop is somewhat significant if it goes there. Oil's down 0.72%. If you guys saw the EIA API report, it was a very, very, very surprising report. A huge draw, as I mentioned. So anything different will cause a huge drop here in oil. We're at 47.75 for oil right now. Pretty much faded all the API report numbers, but we're gonna be here waiting at 10:30 for the oil report. Let's go back to gold real quick. So we have the bounce off the 200 moving average in gold. We have GDX down 1/3% now. We have GDX down just a little bit, not too much. Looks like GDXJ is a dragger here, guys. So we're just watching this to see whether or not it wants to bounce and close the gap to the upside, or it wants to hit the double bottom here. And if it hits the double bottom here, it's probably going to be bought up. But I don't think I would go ahead and buy this at any point today because of what's going on right now. This is the trade we have to look at 2 o'clock to confirm. Yeah, it all depends on Yellen's words. Her words will greatly affect the market today. Everyone's been looking at, again, the VIX is at 9.9. So it's the VIX at 9.9 2 days ago. It's no coincidence. It's not like it just decided to go there. It's because nothing's happening here. We need some volatility, upside or downside, doesn't matter. So I want this fucking price to go somewhere. Jesus.
ESES is blowing up. I got 4K shares at 163. I'm getting greedy. I should go for a K.
GX is still stable here. This is a relatively small drop. Definitely GDXJ probably dragging it down. 3105 is the price of GDXJ. Just watching it for now. I just think whatever the Fed does, they're pretty much forced to do. Obviously, the Fed is forced to do things when it's the hard decision. That's a hard decision by Yellen. So again, next meeting is probably going to be the bigger meeting of the two. This meeting, smaller meeting, is likely again the fund rate. Let's see. There's an arrow. So yeah, 5%, 4.8% chance of hike today, guys. 4.8% of a chance. So pretty much zero. So pretty much zero, guys. The June market rate hike is pretty much confirmed at this point. Over 60% is pretty much 100%, if that makes sense. Anything over 60% is considered like confirmed.
So with that being said, what would gold be headed upwards?
We gotta find out the language. Again, that fund rate can change literally overnight with one report or one word. So we're just gonna see likely miners to be bearish than bullish. Right now, guys, bearish than bullish right now. At least gold's gonna probably go to lows before the meeting starts, because if there hasn't been any speculators the last few days, I doubt they'll just jump in right before the report even hits. But hang on to your hats when the report does hit today. The volatility, again, it's gonna be crazy, guys.
What
Joe,
time is it?
2 o'clock, 2 o'clock today. 60%, yeah, 60. A lot of things can change until the next meeting, but usually when the federal funds rate, the rule is 60% over. It's yes, hike 60%. If it's lower than 60%, then it's probably not going to be hiked. Try to stop the bleeding on JNUG if you want to. Again, this is probably the last report to save gold. To be honest, like if this report doesn't save gold, we're gonna have another a month of bear. I'm not too sure how much people can take the pain for gold to be bearish again. So just a heads up to you guys. And whatever can get lower can just simply get lower. It's just at 1251. Gold is still bullish. Miners look super bearish, so I'm still kind of uncertain about this, whether or not miners already made the move for gold and it's leading just go downwards here. But I think that miners itself, the article with the JNUG and GDXJ, that freaked out a lot of investors. And that in return freaked out a lot of investors, not GDX, but GXJ as well. I mean, not GXJ, as, but GDX as well. And it trickled over to stuff like ABX's earnings report certainly didn't help. But we saw a few other mines, they were able to beat a pretty good substantial beat. But still, the whole mining sector is being dragged down here.
ES, baby. There we go. Back in.
Yo, so Nugget just went positive. JNugget's about to hammer this in right here. Probably the first 15. We'll see how this hammer turns out. Oh, it went positive for a second, right? At least Nugget did. Oh, so did JNug too. It's probably gonna end up in a doji here just at the opening minute. Nuggets being pretty bullish right now, guys. Same thing yesterday. Nuggets almost up. It's up at 1/8%. Or I'm sorry, 0.7%. Nugget looks very good here, guys. Again, Nugget sold off pretty hard last night. Let's look at Apple, guys. Apple's down 2%, guys. Apple's down 2%. 2% in counting. It's about to fill the gap to the downside here. For 144. Hopefully Apple doesn't do a blow off top for everyone, because that's gonna be bad if Apple does a blow off top. A blow off top is essentially the price rises real quick and then drops real fast afterwards. For example, it pops in 2 days, drops down in 1 day. So looks like a very pointy thing. And if you look at weekly here, right? Weekly, that's gonna be a very ugly candle here, guys. Ugly candle on the weekly for Apple. And you notice the last candle that looked like this, we produce another red day for the next week. But again, this 2% is not that much considering how much Apple has gone up in the last year. Again, JNUG seems to be lagging now. The last week we saw, yes, AMD is moving up. So the last week we saw, JNUG outperforming Nugget. So maybe when the time report comes, JNUG will outperform Nugget again. But right now, we can just simply infer that Nugget is doing a way better of a job than JNUG. JNUG down 1/3%, Nugget up 2/3%. Again, the gap looks closed here on Apple. The gap looks closed. So whether or not it wants to go lower now, but definitely close the gap here, 144.25. So we're just waiting here for Apple to see whether or not it's going to drag down the market. Our VIX, the VXX, we shot up 1.25%. So we're looking for VXX to continue going up. I'm looking for a 10% return. Essentially, the price going above $15, 15.50, 15.80. I think it's easily done. VIX can go up 10%. That's not that hard of a feat. Gold here again looking very bearish here, guys. Gold looking very bearish. So I'm not sure what they, usually they just drop the price and what we saw for stuff. Yeah, TVIX too. Yeah, TVIX is pretty much just a 2x VXX, long short-term VIX. If that makes sense. But anyways, pretty much gold has to hold this. I mean, it doesn't have to hold it, but if it doesn't want to hold, it's probably gonna drop another, $3 or so from here. Again, it can drop all the way to 1241. Honestly, one at 1241. If you told me the price of GXJ right now at $31, previous high, I would have said, oh, is gold trading at like 1240 right now? Right. I feel like gold is still overpriced by $10 as compared to the price of gold miners. Gold miners just dropped just so much in comparison with gold. So again, we're looking for that kind of stuff, guys. So AMD's just faded real fast, guys. But need VIX to explode today. VIX to explode. That'd be a nice trade right there. So right now we have to see, just to make me a little more confident. If gold keeps going down but miners goes up, that's a confidence thing right here. So that should be confidence to see gold go down and gold go down and the price of miners go up. But we'll see whether or not the 200 moving average here rescues it. And S&P is trading sideways. It's not really going anywhere, guys. It's not really going anywhere. If you want to go short, you're more than welcome to go short. I would look for like a double bottom exit. But then again, price is not really dropping right now. It's actually going up. JNUG just turned positive, guys. So there's something wacky in here going on for sure. JNUG positive 1646, guys. Oh, that's a wealthy pop there, guys. Wealthy pop. 9:45 is the time. What if it goes back to 3170, just like where it was yesterday here? All really doing it is with these small moves up and down. It's just decaying the price. It's decaying the price. Again, decay is not your friend. If giving the decay man money, that's not good. If you wanted a short, that was probably your entry for a short, right? Because we're bullish here. I'm bullish here in miners until I think otherwise. What no rate hike? No rate hike is what's assumed right now. So we can assume that nothing's gonna happen other than the trend is gonna continue. That's it. And the trend is down for UJ, down for DXY. That's what I think is gonna happen. Dollar and UJ is gonna drop here. UJ's been moving up into the report. I can only assume it's gonna keep them. It's gonna reverse move down after the report. But gold's breaking support here. It looks like gold just created a new low here. 1251.7, or it's not new low, new low. Can't even talk. Not even a new low right now. It's just making a low price right now. Deadly. It's very close to making a low, but we're gonna see the 1250 area break, and there's the new low right there. So, but miners is hanging in there, guys. Miners is hanging in there. I don't know for how long, but they're hanging in there for now at least. Nugget's still positive. JNUG is just slightly negative. Again, I'd much rather see the price drop and then reverse, because that's usually what happens. Is everyone else muted? No, you're muted, Train Zombie. Everyone else can talk. I think you're just muted on your mic on your side.
We're all thinking.
We're all thinking real hard. Either we're all thinking or we're all masturbating right now.
I'm honestly in the middle of 3 swing trades at once, so I literally cannot focus on anything else. My head's about to explode. Dude, this thing needs to let up. Oh my god, this Shankland volatility is fucking crazy. There we go, baby.
How was the beach? Did you end up going to the beach, Davian, with your twins? No, it rained. Oh, that's unfortunate. I'm singing in the rain.
Come on, one more little pop would be lovely. There we go. Yes.
Dude, Dr. Cho's like, I'm so bored in this meeting. He's like, you're on your phone in this meeting, listen on the chat room. That's hardcore, dude. It's okay, Gary. We all use caps. Olivia, I really hope this VIX explodes today. I don't want to see a little pop. I want to see a big pop here in VIX today.
I mean, when it decides to move, it's gonna move.
Talking shit on Dr. Cho. That's exactly what I'm doing right now. Go back to your fucking board meeting. It's like I'm bored of this meeting, so I'm on my phone. If you guys are in the Discord chat, this guy Dr. Cho, I gave him the nickname Dr. Cho because there are 2 main Chos in here. Dr. Cho's at this meeting, and I'm like, why are you on this meeting in the Discord room chatting? Must be really that boring because I'm not that exciting, right? But anyways, you know what? It's exciting. J Nugget Nuggets both positive. That's what's exciting right now. Even though gold actually was able to pick it up from 1251, just back over support. In court, nice. Bailiff. Nice pop here by SPX. U.S. oil still down again. All the gains that was had by oil overnight from the API report. Again, the API report was very, very bullish for oil in terms of inventory. But I want to see production numbers. I want to see these production numbers go up or go down, and that would be more. Those numbers are more important to me than the API numbers. Whatever the fuck you do API. Again, API gets released at 4:30 each day, and then the information becomes public at 4:35. So I kind of think of it as a gimmick report. To be honest, I really don't like the API as compared to the EIA. But sometimes they're right.
God, I'm so stuck in between my fucking sell targets right now.
VXX is what I'm using for Mark. Again, I don't really advise people to use the UVXY. Again, I'm not advising anyone here, but UVXY, in my opinion, is doo-doo garbage with TVIX. I'd much rather just 1X VIX is more than enough volatility for me, or more enough for swing VXX. I mean, yeah, you might get 20% as versus 10% on a VIX swing, but then again, you might also eat 20% real fast like that. So we're at lows here for VIX, so I really don't think that I really do think we're gonna get a good swing here out of VXX, especially prior to FOMC. We're already in this position, already in at the lows here, all time lows, because this garbage decays. So again, Nugget up 1%, guys. JNUG just up just slightly, a few cents. But we are seeing both positive here, both prices positive. So if you want to go hard, you're welcome to go enter here at the lows. If you feel that need. So I'm looking at this downtrend here. It just looks like it's being pushed down here. But I'm gonna make a trade. I'm gonna make one trade. It's likely gonna be oil. It's gonna be oil, guys. 10:30. I'm gonna make an oil trade. I was gonna say I'm gonna buy some gold miners before. Take that back. We're gonna trade oil today, guys, at 10:30. So we're just gonna wait for that report to do something. Again, I'm looking for the report to possibly break down, guys. If this up, so let me see if you guys can see. Yep, cool. So if this white trend breaks, this is almost like a 1-year uptrend here, guys, from 36, 35 to 47, the current price of oil. That's like a 1-year uptrend. So We're dangerously close. Remember last time we dropped here, I wanted to test 46, but never actually got to 46. So maybe this time we'll test 46. Who knows? But this white trend line is what everyone should be looking for in oil right now. Because if that trend line breaks, this is the only thing that it's bouncing off consistently. Last time we bounced off this. Last time we bounced off this. Again, every time we bounce, we essentially just hit a wall, a horizontal line on the upside. So I want to see this break down, guys. I want to see this break down. And I'll be right back, guys. Damn, the VIX is getting slammed here, guys. VIXy getting a little slammed. Which I don't know why. So let's just keep watching here. The SP market, I guarantee you nothing's gonna happen. We're gonna get choked here at 1250s. We're gonna get choked here. I don't think anything's gonna happen here, guys.
Yo, J Nug just went all the way down. Oh my god. J Nug just dropped.
That's it. Gold just dropped real heavy there, guys.
Oh my goodness. What the fuck?
That was
The non-manufacturing PMI came in high.
That's good for gold. I think that's better for gold than anything. Manufacturing should always be good for gold.
That's good for the US dollar, I believe.
Agreed.
$57.5 versus 55.2 beat. Question is, does one pop here? Gold. I mean, gold miners is not really dropping in relative to gold at this point.
J Nug just dropped hard.
But it hasn't made a new low yet. That's what I'm saying.
Not that hard, yeah. It didn't drop hard enough as it should have. I'm looking at 1590 for J Nug.
We're looking for that double bottom here, guys. Just need this to drop a little harder here. Looking for a drop a little bit harder.
Yeah, J Nug's crashing harder now too.
I think everything's going to revert to the mean. So I think this 1249 is going to go back to 1252 there because they're not going to drop it before the FOMC. Right? FOMC is way more heavily weighted than ISM manufacturing, non-manufacturing business activity. Or was that what it was? Yeah, non-manufacturing PMI. I think this is a dip to buy. Again, we're seeing this thing where miners is being resistant to the gold drops now, right?
God, Groupon was such a freaking good buy.
Oh yeah, I just want to give also a heads up to everybody on Robinhood today. Everybody on Robinhood today, your app will freeze at 2 o'clock. I guarantee you it. I'm sorry to say that, but it's just because it's a free service. It's good. There's going to be a lot of orders going in and out at 2 o'clock. People are going to try to day trade off Robinhood, and it's going to freeze the fuck out of Robinhood. So heads up to everyone on Robinhood. It's going to fuck up your Robinhood at 2 o'clock. I don't know if you guys have experienced that in the past before. But again, this is the huge, non-positive thing about
Free
Kyle.
services.
You're not in the chat.
It's already started on my end. I'm seeing numbers grayed out, and it's taking a minute or so to come back.
So guys, please be careful of using Robinhood today. Robinhood, again, it's free for a reason, right? It's not meant to be used for like really fast entries in and out. It's not that hard.
My Fidelity was freezing too, honestly. At market open, it was freezing up, so.
So I just want to give a heads up for everyone that has a Robinhood. Please be careful today. Also, I have a new disclaimer up. So this is an extension of what I've been pretty much saying. I don't want to repeat it every day, but I'm going to repeat it every day, at least once. So, this channel is for educational and entertainment purposes only. Any information contained does not originate from investment advisory stores, nor from registered investment advisor, nor from broker-dealer. It should not be misconstrued as an offer to sell, nor as a solicitation of an offer to buy any securities, and certainly does not purport to give any investment advice whatsoever. Again, disclaimer, this is protecting my ass. You guys are whatever. You guys are willing to do whatever you guys want to do, but that's just for me, guys. So it looks like VIX one gap down to open here. So double bottom here on JNUG possibly. Again, gold dropped severely. Well, when I say severely, I mean $4 or so almost instantaneously, but really see a muted response here. because we're trading at the same price where we were at 12.56 a few days ago. So. So we have a big drop. Again, no more reports until oil report at 10:30, and that's what I'm more likely to trade here today, oil, because I love me some black gold. So we're gonna take a closer look at oil in the next 10:30 here.
Gold keeps trying to drop, but people keep fucking buying it, man. Let the shit go.
Gold 5-minute just formed a pretty wicked hammer.
I think J Nug's starting to feel the heat now. Oh yeah, definitely. J Nug's starting to feel the heat.
Here we go. Bears are winning this battle.
I'm just, J-Nug has yet to make a new low yet, guys. Let's make a new low. If we make a
What's
new
the
low
low?
here, that's definitely gonna be a buy for me, in my opinion.
What's the low?
The low here is 1582.
Oh yeah, 1582 is nice. Oh, I would have already been. That's way too cheap.
Guys, you might wonder, why do I have this nugget trade still? It's because I'm gonna average down on that for sure at one point. That's not when I average down, it's gonna be I'm gonna make it like a 30K position, but that's why I'm still holding this position, guys. If you were wondering, of course. BXX 1458. We're in here 1438. So again, waiting for this trade to mature. I want to squeeze a little more. It's 1x, not as scary as 2x, but still can move pretty fast if it wanted to.
Yeah, I'm still bag holding 2 contracts with UJ short, so that's why I want gold to go down and UJ to go up, so I can grab another contract or 2 and average it all out. We should make some big money in a few weeks.
Gotcha. Yeah, I think that UJ just wanted to hit that top target in that triangle. It just wants to hit the top target before it goes down. I don't think it's gonna break out because UJ is already in a downtrend, in my opinion.
Yeah, I know. So there are a couple of things I've read saying at 12.5 that if it breaks that, it's going to go up to 114, but I don't know.
It's breaking. It's right now trying to break through my resistance right now, but we gotta have a little more time to see if that's gonna happen. I've been at 112.4, and then next resistance obviously will be $13 where that trend line hits. I'm just gonna be very concerned if that trend line breaks to the upside. 5-minute gold looks like ass. That's funny. Hey guys, we got
Totally.
Hammer here, and again, JNug being very resilient to the gold drop, guys. Matter of fact, I'm probably gonna long JNug. I'm gonna do a little bit of a long. I'm gonna see whether or not it wants to go to that low again, because again, I think everything's gonna revert to the mean. So 12.49 gold is just gonna go back to 12.52. So if it comes up too hard, it's gonna be ripped back down. If it comes down too hard, and it's gonna rip back up. So that's my 2 cents here, especially seeing that price action from miners. I don't want to long right now because I'm still looking at oil here, guys. And oil here, I'll post a report that's instantaneous, but I'm gonna look at my numbers with you guys. What I look for, not what a lot of other people look for. A lot of people look at inventory numbers when it comes to the oil report. 10:30 on Wednesdays for the EIA. But I look at the production numbers, guys. Right, I'm comparing the production numbers to 2016. I'm also comparing the production numbers to last week's, and I'm looking at the import numbers as well. Looking for an increase in production numbers, which should be bearish. Excuse me, guys. Again, I'm always the opposite guy. So if the report says bearish and the price becomes bullish, I'm shorting it. If the report is bearish and the price is near a big support and it goes down, I'm likely to long it because I'm just contradicting the opening trade. Again, 15 minutes is usually what I would like to wait. The more, if the price goes down and I think the report is bearish, I'll wait more than 15 minutes. But if it's gonna be like exactly what it is, and it goes the wrong way, I'm gonna go ahead and short it down or long it up. Right now, again, we're at a critical support here. So if this support goes in oil, I think oil is gonna be poo poo down to the 30s. And I hope oil goes down to the 30s. That would be a wet dream for me because I don't have any oil and gas, guys. My portfolio is very not diverse in O and G, so I want to get my hands on that oil and gas. Essentially, the reason why I never really accumulated oil and gas in 2015 and 2016 is because I never really believed that the prices were going to go up back to like 80, right? So back to not even it couldn't even hit 60. Like it stops at 54 every single time. So if it can't even hit 60, and 60 is a break even, I'm not going ahead and buying oil. I much rather get everyone else to buy, and I'll just figure out the price. Again, oil should be a long-term trade, long-term trade, right? It's taking its sweet time to come back down.
J-Nug is slowly inching down.
Did you get into J-Nug already?
No, not yet. I said I would, but I'm gonna I'm gonna look for something on oil first before JNUG.
I'm looking at 1609, I believe.
Yeah, it is.
1608.
Especially with these 3x ETFs on oil, they're just not gonna. They're just they're just gonna decay like a mother. So is JNUG though. So let's see what's gonna happen here, guys. I'm on the 30-minute chart.
I got a partial fill.
I remove my trend lines down so we can see the supports and resistances. Ooh. What do you think about uranium? I don't really have any thoughts.
I'm extremely bullish on uranium. I like URRE, and there's a uranium mining company that I like. I'll look in a
It's the
second.
refiners versus the producers, guys. The refiners are probably making bank. So if you guys want to find a good refiner, that's different from a producer, transporter, and all that good stuff. And there's levels. There's levels to this shit. So again, guys, we're waiting 15 more minutes, a little bit over 15 minutes. Apple, guys, Apple is doing a significant bounce after closing the gap. Again, VIX is going up though, right, guys? So Olivier, since you're in here with the VIX trade with me, you're seeing their TVIX go up, even though Apple is going up. This is what I want to see. I want to see volatility, not standstill price, not slowly inching up price. I want to see this fucking volatility. Shit goes up and down, up and down. No one has a clue, and then all the puts and calls are getting busted.
That's not very friendly.
I mean, that's the point of volatility right now. Everyone's in the money.
I just like it.
Volatility that tells me implications of volatility means everybody's making money. No matter what you do, you make money. I want to see VIX take out some traders here, guys. Yeah, metal futures getting wrecked. I'll show you guys silver real quick.
I'm seeing some bearish divergence on UJ's 1 hour MACD. I think it's dropping, definitely. I do.
Yep, let's see the MACD make a little hump first and confirm that UJ, and once it breaks that uptrend, we should go ahead. If you're there, you should be a little more confident you're short if the uptrend breaks with the bearish divergence. There should be a confirmation almost. But silver here is 1.5. It felt like 50 cents here. Not looking too hot for silver. Because silver, there's like literally no stop to this bleeding, guys. So there has to be a trigger here in order to stop everything. So my thing about Apple here is that since it filled the gap now to the ups, right, it went down, closed the gap, pretty much filled it to the upside. Is it going to continue to go down from here? Because essentially the gap fill was a cue to buy. Wonder if more buyers come in here, or are there any sellers that continue to sell out here? VXX nearing the high of the day. It's actually above the opening minute. 1465 is the price of VXX. 3028 is the price of Nugget. 1612 is the price of 1611 is the price of JNug. Yeah, watch some short caps today. Yo, R. Davian, so you still trading the tech features?
Chirp, chirp, chirp.
Waiting for this JNug to go lower so I can just go snag up some shares. U.S. oil here, another few minutes or so, guys. 15 minutes or so.
The nug.
Guys,
Nug.
VIX is inching upwards. VIX is inching upwards. I'll go ahead and mute everyone here in my mic because I'm going to start jamming to some music. I'll be back in 10 minutes or so.
Is anyone shorting Twitter right now?
Is anyone shorting Twitter right now? No.
I would not advise that.
I would not. Yeah, me either.
I could easily see 20.
When I say
$20.
me either, it's because I'm long. I don't want you to be shorting my fucking Twitter, bro.
But where would you advise shorting Twitter?
Where would I advise shorting Twitter? Honestly, I think Twitter's gonna Twitter's just. I think the bottom is in for Twitter. To be honest, as stupid as it sounds, there's just so many gaps in Twitter. It's so hard to predict that price.
I think when it goes to 20, it'll trace back to 18, and then it'll go to 22 and trace back to 20.
I have my range starting at 21. So I think this price is going to move up to 21 before it actually does a really hard retrace. In my opinion.
Yeah, I hear you.
That's a little biased. I don't have a position.
I'm just looking at for Twitter 21. Essentially, that's the start of the new range. So it kind of went up to. It's just getting into my rules on the long scale. I'm looking at the 1 day here. It just, to me, Twitter looks like it's good on the good on the daily. I mean, it might kick back here a little bit, and possibly might go to 17 before it goes to 21. But again, I would more, if I'm gonna short Twitter, I'm gonna make sure these gaps are filled to the upside real quick. Again, 21 looks like a pretty hard price here to break, so 21 is where I would be looking at personally.
All right, good deal.
By the way, your mic is a super low, super low. Like,
I'll work on it.
cool.
Yeah, you sound like you're in space.
Well, I'm using a Astro A40s from gaming about 6-7 years ago.
There you go. Ooh, J-Nug just took a plop down. 16. There we go. 1590. Wow, I'm so glad I canceled my order now in hindsight. That's a trader's traders. Okay, I'm closing all my other charts. I'm going strictly JNUG here. It's gonna catch some volatility here.
Nails are getting slammed here.
Oh baby, oh baby. I might go for a small lot at 1590. Oh baby, baby.
I want to buy this. It's at a double bottom here, guys.
Yep, I am this puppy. Are you kidding me?
I'm just gonna watch go. I think it might go down another $2 right here. 256 to 1246. I'm just gonna watch it right here, guys.
Man,
Well, I'll
both
report in 10
times
minutes.
I bought JNUG, oh fuck, it just dropped every time I bought it. 2 minutes after, 5 minutes after, it dropped again.
JNUG's going down to 1590, baby.
Got 9 minutes for that report. 9 minutes for the report.
1588. Oh, this is getting saucy in here.
We're near the double bottom here, guys. Again, market has only been open for almost 1 hour yet. So if you want to buy here, again, everyone's like waiting. It's like sellers are like, is it going to go lower? Because I don't think any seller is going to short gold here. It's moved pretty hard here. A lot of volume though. A lot of the question is, does longs want to dump here? If longs want to dump here, that's not the issue. That's the issue versus short selling.
And I think I'm long in JNUG, full lot 1590.
I'm confused. I see there's a double bottom, but it's based off gold, and gold just keep going down. That double bottom's not going to help it go up, though, right?
Gold.
It's falling gold.
So gold. I mean, it is falling gold, but we're seeing a resistance to the drop here because the left bottom was printed when gold was 1256, about like really not that much, like $10 higher, pretty much.
Yeah. Okay.
So you're seeing the resistance of it dropping. I just want to see maybe another poke at the bottom here, and then I'll go in long.
Because I just see UJ, it's about to hit the high again.
And VIX is still elevated, so that makes me a little more cautious here. VIX is not being slammed here.
VIX is VIX, right?
Yeah, but I'm using VXX. That's when I say VIX, I mean VXX, my
Oh.
position. But yeah, it's the same thing as VIX. Apple's only down 1%. Apple had a huge pop there. Maybe that's why. Current price right now, JNUG, 1598.
Oh man, just broke back over 15 and it didn't fill my 1590. No. Oh, go back down. Go back down.
It's probably going to retest the lows here, guys. One low dagger down, and then 6 minutes, 7 minutes of the EI report.
Hopefully the EI report kicks it a little bit.
Poking the trend line right here on the 1 hour. I think it's going to find a little support right here for a while.
Oh yeah, it is. You're right.
If it breaks through that, I don't know. I mean, hopefully it'll stop at 1244.
Man, my forward position is doing excellent.
What's Ford's price right now?
1102. Oh,
Yeah,
1101.
that's low.
You're up almost, what, 50 cents on that, aren't you? Did you get it at 1050?
No, I got it at 1087.
Okay.
But I got 2,500 shares.
Nice.
Here we go. So much for that trend line.
Oh yeah, JNUG's fucking plopping. Oh my goodness. Oh, thank God I did not fucking finalize that.
1588.
82, 80.
I'm in.
Going
This
80.
is too big of a
180.
drop. I like this drop here in gold. That's like the dagger here.
Oh, we missed it. We missed it.
I'm going to need a bigger monitor.
I'm
Dude,
gonna
we
try to
both-
buy here, guys.
I missed it.
3 isn't enough.
Should have had the order there, honestly. I'm an idiot. Oh, we might get a second chance here. We might get a second chance here. We might get a second chance here.
Wish me luck.
What price
Wish
did
me
you get?
luck, guys. Yeah, watch the YouTube stream, brah.
It's in my background. I'm not switching.
No, 1591. This is why I got it at.
I'm trading. It's in the background. Don't you?
12:38 today, I think.
I got 85. I'm satisfied. I may have went slightly aggressive though. Oh, we're looking good. If we can get back over that 50-day moving average, that'd be lovely.
I just think gold has dropped to 10 bucks. So every day I say this, gold usually drops an average of $10, $12.46, $12.56. Looks about like 10 bucks to me. So that's why I went in as well. And an oil report about to start in 4 minutes here, guys. And J-Nug is just fucking losing the floor here.
Oh my goodness.
Jesus fucking Christ. I mean, it's just a little drop here, guys. It's 5 cents here. Again, as the number becomes smaller, drops are only going to be harder, percentage-wise.
Yeah, but this is a good setup, man. After that meeting, J-Nug should spring 50 cents.
Damn, dude, there's just heavy selling volume in gold. Thank God we're not fucking trading gold on leverage. This is why I don't want to fucking trade gold.
Yeah, I hate that shit too. I got screwed one time with what was it? Corn? Was it corn? I don't even remember. Corn or wheat or some shit. But I leveraged the shit out of it, and I thought it was gonna swing because fucking they had a heat in a bunch of like places where they were growing this shit. So
EI report in a little bit, guys. EIA report in a little bit.
I got fucked.
UJ's bucking gold. I think we're going to find some equilibrium here soon.
Just get it over with, right? Apple is only down 1.1%, but VIX is still staying pretty elevated. VXX is still 1466, still near the highs versus the lows. Guess what? Twitter is bouncing upwards. 1838.
Come on, J-Nug, what are you doing, bud?
I want gold again. This is if we go up. If gold decides, okay, let's say gold goes up from today. Okay, if gold decides to go up, it's gonna create a nasty wick to the downside. When I say nasty, I mean like a great hammer. And look at this. I don't even have resistance lines below this, so I'm gonna. Oh, actually, I do. No, Luna.
Yo, I cannot fix my chart on TradingView. It's so zoomed in, and I can't fix it. It pisses me the frick off. Does anybody know how to like reset the settings?
Just right click and reset, or just reload the page. Sometimes it freezes.
It doesn't work. I'm so mad. And how do you right click on an iPad? I don't even know.
2-finger tap. I don't know.
Oh, that's what I figured. Nope, not working. This. Like my.
So that's let's see that pop up here, guys. I'm looking for everything to revert to the mean. EI report in 30 seconds, guys.
Hey, we could be They're down 33.94%.
They're doing another reverse split on the 11th.
Yeah, I know, 1/7.
Yo,
What the fuck?
I just love watching that stock.
Yeah, I keep it on a ticker symbol just to fucking watch it. And
Yep.
Dude,
my
honestly,
day's not that fucking bad.
I'm not gonna bullshit you. Every time I get the urge to go to the casino, I literally just take $5,000 and I buy a couple thousand shares of Dries and I go for a couple. Instead.
Yeah, might as well.
More like throwing just money out the window.
It always has solid
You know,
volume.
oh, dude, oil's getting slammed, guys.
I'm 65% win ratio on it, believe it or not.
Fuck that.
Yo, big production, 28,000 barrels per day increase of 468,000 barrels per day. Since last year. Let's look at the numbers.
Oh my nips! Wow, inventories. Wow, inventories are super high. Wow, that is insane.
Oil's crashing, guys. Oil just completely broke. Oil just completely broke that trend line. Let's see if it wants to come up here within the next 15 minutes, though.
Dude, 0.39 million versus 2.3 million forecast. That's insane. That's like one of the biggest spreads I've seen in a while.
$15.78 J Nug, $29.98 for, again, if this price goes down here, it's totally going to affect the SPX and the indexes because there's oil and gas here.
I love watching natural gas and all of this. It just does whatever the hell it wants.
0.9 million barrels decrease for crude oil inventories. Not necessarily as bullish as the API report made it seem like, but we're still adding inventory. It's like it's still like we're adding production. Like it doesn't matter if we're only this. It's a matter of time before production just way exceeds demand, way exceeds. Right? Imagine if we were not making that 500 million, 500,000 barrels per day. It's a lot of barrels, guys. 500,000 barrels per day is a ton of fucking barrels, guys. I just want to say that.
It's a huge amount of barrels.
Yeah.
500,000 per day. Per day. Man, oil looks dead here, guys, but we're at lows here, and we're at a critical support. So this white line I drew is critical. If this white line doesn't pick it up here, oil's going to drop $2 today, guys. Oil's about to drop $2 if it doesn't reverse here.
How do you think that'll affect the gold market?
I think it will heavily affect it bullish. You get a lot of gold buyers. I mean, you're talking about billions of dollars that people are going to be shifting out of oil, potentially low prices in the future.
Again, all these oil hedge funds are getting decimated, guys. I have not yet read a positive article about any oil fund making money. They're all speculative long, and when they're all speculative long, the only thing that's going to fucking kill them is once the oil price starts dropping, especially if it drops into low 40s, that's when they're going to start panicking. Because again, they're not that liquid. If they're gonna, if they're $1 billion fund and they have like 750,000 in oil contracts, 750 million, can't just drop 750 million on the market just like that. You gotta like slowly sell that. And that's not even the leverage, right? ERY.
It looks like JNUG's picking up a little bit. The GDXJ looks like
it's again, it's all gold just dropped too hard there, guys. A lot of volume. Look how much volume there is before the market. This is someone's making a decision before the market, and someone else is making, taking advantage of that. So maybe they just want to drop the price down, short and buy it cheaper. I don't know. It could essentially be someone just selling out longs at 12.54 and buying them back at 12.46. It doesn't have to be short just pushing the price down. It could be just longs just escaping it. But at this point, we're gonna stay here. Right now 15.90, 50.89, 30.12, 30.13. UJ
What about
here.
Copper's down almost 3%. I mean, silver's down half that. I mean, this is like
Copper
crazy.
should be the indication of economic growth, but if there is no economic growth, copper's gonna fall. But VIX is still elevated here near the highs of the day, up over 1% for VXX.
So I guess I'm gonna fill up today with some gas.
Again, it's the refineries fucking you guys. It's not the oil producers. Refineries can easily charge more.
Yeah.
Again,
Yeah.
it's the fucking refineries making a ton of money, right? They can refine at $48 per barrel and charge you guys $3 for all they care. It's competition. There's a spread.
Oh, don't dip there. Don't dip below that. Come on, man. What's up with that action? What up with that?
So we're just watching this. Again, everything usually reverses in the first 15 minutes of oil trading. So the initial drop is down. Again, the inventory part wasn't the bearish part. I'm just looking at the full report here. I'm looking at the domestic production. Domestic production goes up by 20,000 barrels per day every single goddamn report. And that's going to have an effect because, again, that's 100,000 barrels right there over the course of the week. Over 100,000 barrels.
That's a lot of barrels.
I'm just wondering where all this oil or this gold money is going flowing to, because they're pulling them.
That's what I'm wondering.
Davey, and I hope our VIX play turns out here. I'm also hoping gold goes up as well. Gold goes up. If if not, I hope one of these two goes up here. Because there's no way there's gonna be like everything is awesome again. Like there's no way everything is awesome right now. I think that phase has already passed from 2000 to 2400. That was everything is awesome. Now everything is awesome. Maybe. Yeah, gold looks fucked.
Everything is not gravy right now. The GDXJ has been suppressed for like freaking so long now. I think that they're not going to raise heights, and we'll get a nice little pop.
And I'm buying the dip here, guys. I'm buying the dip. UJ, again, dollar keeps wanting breaking out here, but it's something is choking the dollar here. It's just being a huge triangle right now. Again, UJ can probably run up to $13. 113. But something is containing the breakout of dollar right now. It's been contained yesterday. Tried again today. This little candle here indicates to me that it tried to break out, but it just didn't. So let's go to Apple real quick. Apple fill the gap to the bottom side. It's trying to fill a gap to the upside. Wonder what this will fill. If this fills the gap to the upside, that would be very interesting. I actually do kind of even see a head and shoulders here on the 15th, but if this fills the gap to the upside, it'd be very interesting to see where it goes from there. If it wants to go higher from there, right? It wants to double top out here, and double tops. I don't like these 2-day double tops, right? I like these double tops when they're like a week separate, like there's a few days between. Oh, excuse me, guys. I had a lot of sleep last night, but for some reason I'm fucking tired.
Oh, dude, the GDXJ is bouncing, baby. Get right above there. Come on.
Yeah, guys. Look, am I back, guys? Am I back, boys and girls? Am I back? Am I back on track? Feeling vibes? Maybe. We'll see. Gotta snap out of it. Snap out of it.
My swing trades this morning did not go well.
Oil here, guys. Oil looks deadlocked. It's been almost 15 minutes here. Still waiting to see whether or not it wants to hold this line. Hold the door! Hold the door! That's pretty much what the oil traders are saying right now. Again, oil hedge fund traders have no fucking sleep nor life for the last 2 years of their life. I bet you, right? If you can't perform, we're fucking out. Some of the best oil funds have pretty much gone poo-poo because of what's happened. But we're looking like it looks like our J-Dunk play is making a good bullish run upwards.
Bullish.
Just watching. Just watching right now. Gold right or so that trade is 1605, 1606, 3029 nugget. So it looks like it's pulling its way back up. So I'm gonna keep my eye on U.S. oil because it looks like I'm up 10 cents, 13 cents right now on that trade. So I'm gonna keep an eye out for that. But I'm also gonna look at oil because I promise you guys I will look at oil. Again, oil is very critical for the market because if oil falls, a lot of other sectors it's gonna bring the sectors down with it. It's going to bring the relative sectors down with it. So if we crack this 40 if 4760 is not saved by, let's say, 11 o'clock, then oil is fucked. I can tell you that. We're probably going to have another crack at 4760. I'm going to try to bring it up one more time. See the next test to fail or not. But right now, I think a lot of people are making bets that oil is going to fail here. That's why you see money going to oil, money going to VIX right now, guys. Again, I love this VIX play. I've only 15 grand and not as much as not paying attention to my name as much, 25k, but that's all you really need for VIX, right? 10% move on VIX is 1.5k. That's a big move. Again, a 10% move from 10 is 10 to 11, right? We've seen the VIX go up to 28, as high as 28. Yeah, CAD. So CAD is 100% related to oil. If you're trading CAD, I would totally look at the dollar strength. I would look at oil, and I would look at the oil market XLE. So look at XLE, USD CAD, and then I would look at definitely oil itself.
What do you trade for oil? What do you use?
No, I'm talking about Canadian dollars because there's a lot of Canadians in this room. So if you're
Oh.
Canadian and trading Canadian dollars, again, oil is like your biggest foe here. Like you gotta be trading oil if you're trading dollars. Dr. Cho, we're at the lows here, so I just want to see it test 4760 again. I want to see it test 4760. But I'm going to switch over to JNUG real quick, guys, because it is pulling its way up, guys. I think from now on, I'm just going to talk the first 30 minutes of every time the market's open, so I don't fucking make a trade. How's that sound? I'm just gonna fucking talk the whole time. So by the time I'm done talking, and you guys are sick of my voice, I'll enter a trade where I'm not going in too early.
J-Nug is looking nice.
Yeah, man, I'm liking J-Nug.
Oh, my neck. Ew, my neck.
I'm almost upset that I didn't go with 25k on J-Nug.
I'm gonna filibuster you guys. I'm gonna hold the fucking floor. Hold the door. Hold the door. I just want, again, I'm not that greedy with this profit. I'll just take it. If it bounces close to open, I'll close it before the FOMC, actually. Actually, I'll take probably like half or something like that, you know?
I might let it ride, honestly. I mean, at this point, how much can they really take from the GDXJ?
Remember my joke yesterday? You know, like that old. I love this meme. It's like this meme on 4chan where the guy's like, I fucked so many more girls than you. It's like, joke's on you. I'm a virgin, right? 20 times more girls is still 0. Same thing here. It's like, oh, you want to take my money? Well, guess what? 20% of almost nothing is almost fucking nothing. Right? It's a sad joke, but that's reality. Oh, you want to take another 10%? Go ahead. I have shit. Nice green candle. You are right, Mr. Erickson. Oh, sorry. Leaf Larson. Sounds very Scandinavian. You sound like a Viking. You sound like a Viking, dude. Whoopee! We're going up here, guys.
Are we? I think I'm going for breakfast.
Your middle name is Eric. Hey, guess what? My first name is Eric. High five, dude. We're fucking Erics. But I'm Asian Eric and you're Scandinavian Eric.
Asian Eric? Were your parents American?
No, yeah, well, they are now. If you're saying ethnicity, they're still Asian.
Well, I'm saying, were you born in America?
Yeah, I was born in America.
Okay, so you have an American name. Come on, GDXJ. I want you to see 3150 today, baby. I mean, if we can get over like 30, I mean, it looks like, what is that? 3094? What is that? Yeah, 3094. That'd be a nice, nice little confirmation there. I don't like this wick forming on the 5.
Oh, that 1 hour is hammer time. It's hammer time.
On Jaina?
Can I take a look at X? Yeah, give me 1 second here, man. 1 second.
Dude, X is shaping up. Honestly, I think 2075 this morning was really solid buy. I still don't like the chart though.
Look at that hammer, dude. It's a massive fucking hammer. I'm not gonna lie. The only reason why, okay, see, this is the test I'm talking about. 47.60. The bulls are gonna fight here, definitely for sure for oil, guys. Bulls are definitely fighting hard for oil. That's why I never, I never really entered that short here on oil because I know they're gonna pop this up. Again, this is a heavy support. This is a 1 year long support line it's testing right now. So if this 1 year line support goes, then you guys need some kind of miracle to bring it up. You guys need like OPEC to say they're about to, stop production altogether. Or some shit like that. But that's never gonna happen here, guys. Again, this trend line very, very important. I'll give you guys the full look once again. This trend line has been developing since March of last year, pretty much.
Excuse me.
Again, Apple is trying to make the gap up, and it looks like it's not getting there, guys. So X. Hopefully AMD doesn't fucking turn into X. It filled the Trump gap, guys. X filled the Trump gap. So the gap after the election, remember, this is the gap that when Donald Trump won, he's gonna fucking make America great again or whatever. And that continued the pop here, right? So it's fading the fundamental pop. So the question here is, at $21, do you want to buy or do you want to sell? Notice my trend line is here perfectly at 21, right? I had 25.60 as the control point. If it went below that, I thought it was going to go to 21, and that's why I have this trend line here. So 21 is what we're looking at. If 21 goes, X could buy. Again, this pump was only produced from Trump's words, Trump's tweets. This is a Trump tweet pump, right? And this is the reality drop. So again, guys, 21. If that breaks, it looks like it can, drop even farther. But if we bounce up 21, maybe it'll bounce $4 to the upside, 20% to the upside. But again, the only reason why it went up in the first place was because of Trump, and now we're having terrible revenue misses and such. It's not bueno for X. So that's my thing on X, guys. It's just not that it's not viable right now to buy X because the fundamentals don't support X, right? The technicals may say there's a bounce here at support, but the fundamentals are garbage for X. Even no matter how much our president talks about X, unless they bring the revenues up and start making American goods and shit, it's not gonna work out, guys. That's that for X. I'm more interested today in Apple, guys. Whether or not Apple will continue to go up and fill the gap, but it looks like it failed the gap fill. It's going down now, so we just gotta see whether or not sellers can come in. Apple definitely look for the market mover here today. And look, dude, guys, VXX new high, guys. VXX new high. VXX new high. We got a volatility new high. We got a sick hammer. If you guys are trading long gold, you should be fucking like just jacked up about this fucking hammer we're having right now, guys. This is a sick hammer. Close that gap. Gap.
Wow, it actually bounced pretty good there.
So guys, this is my entry here for VXX. I'm probably gonna go with the flow and take more than 10% on this one, guys. Again, that call on VIX, you guys heard it here. When VIX hit 9.9, I was like, fucking, we're going long here, guys. So we're long here. 1438 for VXX. This could be probably the biggest play of the week for me. If gold doesn't pop here, this will be my biggest play. If VIX pops and gold doesn't pop, this will be my biggest play again. I love the VIX. on the short side, but once in a while you gotta take that. You gotta hold on to your balls and fucking go long on VIX once in a while. But 99% of the time you're going short on VIX. 1% of the time there's an opportunity to go long, and if the opportunity hits hard, you're gonna win big. Right? You're gonna lose small, win big, VIX. But if you hold on to VIX, you're gonna lose big always. That's why short is the better position 99% of the time. But again, this 1% of the time, I'd much rather be long VIX at 9.9. So let's see if hammer time plays out here in 10 minutes. And I also want to look at oil too. Oil is below my 47.60 here, guys. Below my 47.60. Again, I would never advise anyone to buy UVXY TVIX. It's a little more volatile for me than I would like. So I would always recommend the 1X's for VIX at least. Because it's good enough for me at least. I don't need to go crazy. Here we go. J-Nug's still moving up, guys. Nugget's still moving up. Nugget's about to turn, so close to positive here, guys.
Are you gonna trade those quadruple
Oh,
ETFs?
holding onto your balls. My balls were actually at Leaf when I bought J-Nug in this morning, right? My balls were going inside my body. They became ovaries at one point, and then now they just relaxed and they flowed out my body cavities. So we're good now.
J-Nug 1750. Let's go. Let's go.
1610 here, guys.
Is that excited enough for you?
Good job on that trade. Getting in, I mean.
Thank you.
Yeah, that was a good trade.
I just didn't see it. I just thought gold was gonna keep going down.
Not after that.
I'm not trading for another whole day, so it's not like I'm just evaluating what you're saying basically.
Gold only makes 10.
VIX is exploding, guys. VIX is exploding here, guys. I think Apple can't hold. Oh, what the fuck happened? Oh, baby, my VIX. Oh, it's making me so tingly inside. Oh my god, I haven't been this happy since Wednesday of last week. Oh my god. My nipples are getting hard in here with that VIX.
And dude, GDXJ.
GDXJ is going up as well too. Both my nipples are getting hard, right? Both trades are going well. And guys, it's not even cold in here. It's not even cold. It's because I'm rubbing my nips for good luck. Oh, did I say that out loud?
VIX got a great article. The VIX is too low to be. It should be higher.
I wrote that article.
It's a good article. It just says buy VIX now. 21K trade.
CNBC was like, hey, this guy E brought up a great point, and it's like, whoa, we totally missed that. Let's fucking write this article because this guy E saw it and decided to go long VIX. So again, I would never long VIX. I would never fucking tell you guys to long VIX until if I see a fucking 10-decade low on VIX, I'm fucking long VIX because that shit goes up and down, up and down. That's a good bet here. It's like, oh fucking, I'm gonna double down on this auction. It's not like that. I even have better odds, right? So 1249, 1249. We got the hammer time. We got the hammer time. Ooh, another high here in VXX. Another high. We're going up into the sky. That's good.
You just turned positive on GDXJ. We're bumping, baby. 3150. I told you. Here we come.
Yo, Kyle, you're still a little low, man. You gotta pump up the volume. I'm gonna pump you up here.
Hey, you gotta turn up, man.
I'm gonna turn you up. I turned you up.
You got turned.
Ooh, VIX is heading upwards. Again, this trade, I knew immediately it was a swing. VIX is not a one-day thing. VIX is a multi-day thing. And as soon as everyone else starts fucking buying VIX, I'm going to fucking sell them my VIX. I'm more than happy to go, oh, it's up 10%. Take my VIX. I don't care. Look at J-Nug, guys. Ooh, we're going back to positive territory, guys. Oh, thank you for those cheap shares. Thank you.
That was such a good entry, man. I wish I entered with you guys. That was a great entry.
Yeah, baby. 1585.
Again,
all day.
Guys, so I have weak resistance points and I have strong resistance points. I have strong supports and weak resistances. Essentially, the in between the hashes is the weak ones and the bigger ones are the strong ones. So again, 30.82 in my opinion was a strong support. 31 was not. 30, again, look at the bounces here on the strong supports versus the weak ones. It slices through the weak ones and bounces hard off in my opinion, my stronger resistances and supports. That's how I use the clone strategy. My strategy is much different from the other strategies found online regarding clones. I've adopted to my own style. I've essentially
Dude,
taken
I
like
can't
a Fibonacci. I like the Fibonacci way of trading these clones. 50%
cannot find
retracements.
any information on clones. Like I tried when I first started coming to this channel, I could not find anything.
It's because it's a secret.
Yeah,
Shh.
apparently, dude.
Proprietary secret here in clones.
E, what's your price target for VXX? 1550?
I'm not sure. It needs to close the gap up to $15. That's what I want to see first, and then we'll take it from there.
I see 1537 as the next upper resistance.
$16.24, guys.
Dude, it's positive on the MACD. This thing's gonna run to 3150 easy. I promise.
Again, guys, I'm gonna take a look at oil, guys. Oil's fucking just going to the pooper. So I think people are buying gold because they know oil's about to take a shit because it can't hold 47.60 for its life right now. So we're gonna continue to see gold. I'm gonna go ahead and say I think oil's gonna be bearish throughout the day. We have heavy volume in here. It can't perk up and go unless it perks up for some reason, goes up at 47.60. It's gonna knife down here farther down. My next big support, $46 flat. So if it doesn't pop above 47.60. I'm not sure how much it'll go up, maybe to the VWAP or 200 moving average here at $48, 48.30. But my downside here is all the way down to 46. So just keep an eye out for that if you're trading oil. Again, I might not be correct, but I may be as well. So 46 is what I'm looking at for oil next stop. Oh, remember those USO puts I said I'll buy? I never bought them. I wish I bought them. And I wish I had more time in the day to buy options and look at options, but it would be awesome if options, if options were traded in after hours. That would be a cool, right? That would be really cool. Imagine having 24-hour option trading. Oh, should we make an index? Should we guys make a 24-hour futures options trading index? I don't know. Should we? Sounds like a great plan.
Why can't Ford break this stupid channel? Come on. Come on.
Apple is pooping itself once again. I have 146 as support here, or resistance as support, and it's not able to hold it. So it filled the gap downside. It tried filling the gap to the upside. Now it's probably going to come down and test the lows. In my opinion, 144.25.
What? Wow, VRX pulled back from 1050 to 990. Wow.
Yeah, VRX is bullshit, dude.
That was fucking wicked. That's fucking wicked.
Look at this
Yo,
fucker. Look at this dude.
That's like you talked to him the other day, man, about how you should take VRX and oh no, it'll come back, dude.
It'll never come
I'm
back.
right there with the other guy, dude. That thing's gonna be bought out. That's the only time it's gonna go fucking up again.
I don't think anyone's going to buy VRX. In my
Really?
opinion, I don't think it's too much in debt.
Too much debt. Yeah, I agree with that.
Why would
Just
you buy something?
terrible leadership.
Yeah, it's just so much negative news. Like, why would you even chance it? Like, unless it's trading at 50 cents per share, I'll buy the fucking company. But $9, dude, no one bought Twitter at $14. No one came over and took over Twitter. Who's gonna take over VRX? You know, like,
Yeah, that's true.
it's
We'll
like
see.
the last article on VRX was Valiant, still a bad investment. Yes.
Well, even their main investors are fucking pulling out. I forget who it was, but someone pulled out on it big time.
Ackman. I'll show you this this other fund that put out I'll show you. I'll show you another fund.
People are commenting on stock tweets. Run, baby, run! Dude, it's moving 2 cents. I might go USO at 990. Honestly, I like.
I'm stretching, guys. on the footsie. I'm gonna find this other fun.
Oh, come on, GDXJ. Why are you losing
Dividend.
steam?
3 billion shorting Tesla. Oh, sounds like me at one point. Again, Tesla cult stock. Why can't we fucking make AMD a cult stock again? Come on, let's pump this shit up. Turn it up. Pump it up. Put your fucking hands in the air.
Let's not
Pump
do
the
that.
beat. Pump up the beat.
Wow, AMD actually turned from 990, and it doesn't look like it's slowing down.
Were you just singing CNC Music Factory? Is that really
Oh,
what I
fuck.
was just listening to?
Don't worry.
Since
I'll
like
sing it. Here, on a second.
what's up with all the stocks at 990 today? VRX, AMD, USO. Oh, USO just turned green. I told you, I should have bought it. Now I'm too late, but fuck it.
It's trying to hold this 4760. That's the key pivot here, man. If it can't hold here, it's gonna go down. It's gonna be a battle right here. The bears are the longs are just gonna sell as soon as it hits resistance. In my opinion.
No, I think the bulls will win. USO's up 10 cents since I just literally 5 seconds ago since I mentioned it.
It popped up pretty hard here. Yep.
That was
Question
5
is
seconds.
whether do you want a long? The question is, do you want a long here support? I mean, that's obviously
Yeah.
yes, the bulls. But how many people
Yes.
are just thinking that this support won't hold? That's the question here. And the
Very
oil
few.
popping up here really moved everything else down in relationship. But the SPX is still not going up, so I want this gap back down to 23.76. Again, I sold all my SPY, so fucking go down 10% market so I can buy my shit back. I want to buy everything back at a $10 discount. I'm not buying this again. I think the SPX could go up higher eventually, but it needs to come down before it goes higher, like substantially. 2,300. Let's do it.
Can you guys start throwing a ton of money in forward so it goes up, please? Thank you.
Ooh la la, Mademoiselle J Nug.
I don't know. We got 2 wicks on the fucking 5.
See, right now it's just a tug of war between titans here, guys. Tug of war between titans. That's what I'm afraid of. It goes above 47.60 and then just immediately new shorts come in. It's been 130 minutes, so we can expect a slight reversal here. Definitely. Since the price went down, I can only assume that at one point it's going to go up. Let's see if it wants to continue to go down or continue to go up. I think it goes down from here, in my opinion. Because shorts are just going to jump on this like no other here.
Well, poor Groupon. I should have bought fucking PULM 270 this morning.
Let's pump up the jam here, guys. 1 hour. 1 hour. On 1 hour. 1 hour hammer. Get in the long side. It's a 1 hour hammer.
Up the jam. Pump it up. Pump it up, baby. Pump up the jam. I might get some VXX if it dips down to 1470.
Again, long-term support. So it's your choice. It's technical to say buy it, supports, but this is knocking 4 times already, right? Knock, knock, knock. Again, the channel shows me it wants to touch 46 at least. So that's what this TO channel tells me. Again, 47.60 is the battle. If you want to go long USO, you're more than welcome to go long USO. I'm just saying, in my opinion, if this white line breaks, new high. Well, new high of the afternoon. Well, new high of the 11 o'clock hour. I see it, bro. I see it, bro. Don't worry.
Come on.
We're almost back to positive here for everything.
Nug it up. Nug it up.
Put your nuggets.
Nuggets.
Put your nuggets up in the air.
Let me see those nuggets.
Oh, okay. Yo, I'm gonna have to make fun of. Was it Dean this morning or was it Dominic? It was one of you guys that I made fun of. So Dean this morning kept on saying Nug T, Nug T. I was like, dude, it's Nugget. It's Nugget, dude. Stop saying Nug T. It's bothering me, bro.
It's Nug T. There's no E. It's Nug T.
No, it's Nugget. Nugget.
Make
It's
it
not Nug T. It's Nug.
a
Is it Nug?
nugget
Is it
jar.
Nugget or is it Nug T? It's Nugget.
Then is it Dust T or is it
It's dust. It's dust.
No,
right?
It's dust.
It's
and then
dust.
Nug T.
It's using internet slang. Nuggets.
It can't be.
Is it nuggets or
can't-
Nug
it
T?
can't- It's Nug T and
It's
dust.
nuggets.
It's J Nug and Nug T.
No, it's J Nug and Nugget.
There you go. See, it's J Nug. Why isn't it J Nugget?
Because there's no T, dude.
What?
Is
Let me
VIX at
guess.
5.10%?
What? What's up? 5%.
VIX.
5%. You see. I mean, you see the long-term VIX is up a lot, right?
Man.
Short-term VIX is dog poop.
Fuck your short. No, long-term VIX is not. Short-term VIX is not really doing. Again, long-term VIX is where if you're. I'm fine with the position here. I'm up 2%. So I'm up 2%
Yeah, man, you've
just
been
today.
rewarded today.
I'm gonna let that position, dude. When VIX swings up, it's not gonna stop at like 2% up. I've never seen VIX go like, oh, that's a 2% pop for now. If it pops and runs.
Yeah, that's true.
That's why I say if you're gonna long VIX at any time, confirm the first day green and then long the dip on the second day of VIX, and then your third day you're gonna push it on your third day. You're pushing it on the third day. That's why I said never long. Again, 99% of the time we're short VIX, 1% of the time we're long VIX. And this could be a good opportunity here. So that's why I made that trade a few days ago. Nugget. Oh, dude, I feel good. Guys, I feel good today. I feel like back in my vibes. I was doing very sticky for the last few days. Again, bad vibes out. I meditated in the park on the bench. Some guy came over and said, hey, E, are you homeless? Do you need a place, do you need to use my phone to call someone you know? I'm like, dude, I'm not homeless. I'm just meditating on the bench in the park at 10 o'clock at night.
E, will you check out Groupon and see if I should take a couple cents or long this puppy?
Groupon? I don't.
Yeah.
Groupon is weird. I just think there's too many competitors in Groupon. GR.
Do you have another app on your phone that saves you money with coupons?
Dude, I Groupon so hard, bro. I Groupon. No one can beat me in the Groupon game. No one can fucking beat me in the Groupon game. Oh yeah, dude, I don't like this. It's broken down below support, so unless this holds here, unless this creates a hammer here, dude, it's fucked. So you need to on the 4 hour or the daily chart, make sure that turns into a hammer versus anything. If there's no hammer there, it's going down lower because there's a trend line here, my white trend line. If it breaks that, it's going lower. Again, this thing popped from $2, right, 217 to like almost tripled at one point. So might be going back. Might be going back down here, but oil here is just right. This is a battle here.
If we get this MACD cross on the 30 on GDXJ, this would be a very, very, very sweet thing.
Oh, thanks for the heads up, Nicolay. Speedy calls, GX 38 calls buying. It's 18th October this year. I'm assuming 11,000 contracts, 12,000. Next time, meditate, put your clothes on. I will make sure that, because I honestly, when I meditate, I wear no clothes. It just makes when I have the air flow through my balls, it just makes me concentrate much better. I'm like the Iron Fist, but the Asian version, and a better version than the Netflix version. So yeah, I'll make sure I put on some clothes, at least a thong, right? So I gotta air out those boys, sweating all day, right? My boys are sweating from 9 to 4. I gotta air them out at night.
No comment.
Our Davian's like, yeah, I know that feeling. I love airing them out. It's like at 4 o'clock every day, I air it out. Turn on, I sit right by the AC.
No comment.
Yeah.
Actually, it's hot today too, man. So I might be stripping naked.
See my little hairy self, hair and everything.
Come on, GDXJ. Let's
You'll
see some
terrify your
facts.
twins.
Oh man, my son, he cannonballs into my stomach. So
Okay, that's. Hopefully he doesn't accidentally kick you in the balls.
no, he's done that
Oh, he's done that?
No
several
soup
times.
for his ass.
No soup for you, son. Get back in your crib. I don't know why I just used
That
like a
boy-
Middle Eastern accent when I said that. I don't know.
I know why.
It's fucking. Sometimes whenever I do my British accent, I just somehow it makes it into an Indian accent, and they're like, "What the fuck? Are you trying to speak like Indian English, or are you trying to speak like British English? Because you're achieving none of it." Because I'm like, dude, yeah, I suck. My voices all suck, but I like saying it because of ADHD, and you guys have to fucking suffer through it. So if I have to do any voices through the microphone, you guys suffer through it. That's the con of my channel of listening to me talk.
Hey, E, do you ever use the OBV indicator?
On balance volume.
Yeah.
No, I do not use that.
I've been noticing that it does show a lot of divergences, and it gives its readings from different source than like RSI or Stoicher. You know what I'm saying? You're getting it
So
from a different
you
angle.
can find divergences on OBV, stock, RSI, and MACD. Those are the 4 momentum indicators. So you can use the divergence on any 4 of those. Again, my favorite to use divergence on any 4 of those. Again, OBV, stock, RSI, and MACD. Those are the 4 you guys can use it on, divergences. So if just pick your poison. If you like OBV, again, OBV does. If you guys know what OBV is, it's on balance volume. Essentially, it's this formula where it calculates, somehow the total volume and then the closing price, and then yesterday's closing price, and they do some mathematical division, but it's based on closing price. And essentially saying, OBV says that when the volume increases, the price. It's usually it's a indicator based on volume. And Frank the Tank, you're killing me here, bro. So OBV is a volume indicator. Essentially, it's doing this measurement of volume. So the higher volume goes, the more bullish it becomes, right? So essentially, it's an indicator based on volume and price.
Thanks for that info, E.
So yeah, you can totally use divergence for that. Oh, you're cool, dude. Don't worry about it. I thought someone said there was an announcement at 2. Yeah, there's an announcement at 2. We're just all waiting for it at this point. Possibly hit the top of the channel here. I'm looking for it to poke up a little bit. I'm gonna switch over to the 5 minute here and see if any for rejections. So there's a rejection here forming at 3108.
Hey E, you remember Sergi or not Sergi? Luigi. He lost 6K on AMD.
Oh yeah, he told me that. Told me that a few days ago.
That was another.
Oh, there's another guy. Oof.
Yeah.
6K.
That was Cosmo that lost 4K. Luigi lost 6K on AMD.
Imagine all the shorts losing money on the way up for AMD. It's this double-edged sword, you know.
Well, I noticed what those two do is I'll say something, they'll just do the opposite of it.
Dude, I honestly think that's the whole purpose of Sophia in TV. She just literally just messes with people. She tells her true position and she opposes it. So, for example, if I oppose her position, she's gonna be more confirmed.
You know what? I don't care. If it helps you make money, more the merrier. At least I help somebody. That's my good deed for the day.
I'll make an algo that literally tracks onto whatever she says. Oh, she's Planet X? Oh fuck, we're shorting. So guys, right now 1629, 3084, VXX forming a bull flag here. Looks like everything right now it's again, we're back to equilibrium, right? For miners, we're back up, right? So again, we're waiting to 2 for the true movement. And again, there's going to be multiple reverses in FOMC. That's why a lot of people don't like trading those FOMC moves, because not only there's going to be a huge movement, it could be a huge movement in two directions, reverse twice before going and picking one direction, and then the next day it can simply just reverse again. So that's what I really don't like about FOMC. It's just a little bit too crazy, but we gotta tough it out here and just wait it out and see what happens.
Yeah, I haven't done nothing today. I've just been watching.
Gotcha. So Dad, yeah, there's Dad Zimmer, Zimmer 7. Yeah, there's a 2 o'clock. We're looking at FOMC statement, guys. FOMC statement at 2 o'clock today.
AMD to the moon.
Groupon is slam. I want this to dead cat harder and harder. Again, I'm looking for 12 here, guys. Let's look at our VXX again. I'm gonna delete this, guys. VXX making great moves to the upside. Great moves to the upside here. Everyone, I think Olivier was in this trade with me. Thank you. I mean, not thank you. I'm glad that this trade is working out for both of us. I think Ryan may be in TVIX too at this point. I'm not sure who else is in the VIX with me, but I am in the VIX.
I'm in VXX.
You're in VXX? Cool. Awesome. It's making a pretty good move to the upside today. So we're looking for just a little bit more here, and we can probably dump. Granted, what we see of the FOMC, I mean, obviously FOMC is going to create a little bit of volatility. There's no way there's not going to be any volatility here. And we're just going to let that VXX trade mature. If you're really scared about your position, again, put your stop loss at even, if not a little bit just over even. There's this downtrend line that it needs to break out here. So it might retrace a little bit and give it another oomph and try. This is the 15-minute here, so we're just going to wait here. And gold is just doing whatever the fuck gold wants to do, which is down. So let's look at the 5 minutes for both. This is the 5 minute. I just want to see any rejection here in the 5. What's up?
KGC is making some headway.
KJC?
KGC.
KGC. Okay, yep. So this is the miner that beat yesterday. The miner that beat yesterday. Look at this guy. Why fucking can't ABX do this? It's doing the opposite of ABX. It's going up 12% today on a big beat by KGC. I think it was a 1 cent EPS beat, but that 1 cent EPS beat was more than enough to lift this stock up. Again, why can't Gold Corp do this? Why can't ABX do this? We'll see.
I think KLDX might. I really like KLDX. I'll have at least 5,000 to 10,000 in them before end of day.
I'm not sure what the KLBX. I don't know. Like, why is Trading View telling me to fucking buy bats? I have NYSE, feed. I don't know why it keeps on telling me to buy this shit. It's so annoying. Like, I bought your stuff. Stop annoying me.
That's DX as in dog.
KLDX.
Yeah, DX.
Okay, I'll take a look after this. The price of JNUG seems to be moving here.
Condex mines, correct. They have one mine that they're just going to start. They literally are about to start mining this season.
Oh, shit. So it looks to hit support. It's not bouncing anymore. Hit the opening minute just above the opening minute here at 31.13. Like, 31.13 seems to be a magnet here. 31.32. It's just like jagged moves up and down. Let's see Apple again, guys. Again, I have support here.
You, it went down.
Why is GDXJ slipping?
It's because gold has dropped $2 or so. I mean, it's really not that much. Twitter, on the other hand, is making a huge green bar right here on the 5-minute, which is awesome. VXX 5-minute. Guys, also I want to check out XLE as well. Oh, I'm sorry, XLF. Notice how the again, notice how XLF, the composition of the index of financials, they're not really doing that well right now. You know, that we're not even near. Again, if you guys look at XLF, it looks like a head and shoulders pattern at the top, right? So why are banks not at the all-time highs, even though we're going to rate hike? Because there's some fucking risks associated with Trump. That's baked into the price. Banks should be way higher than they are right now. Look at the difference between 2008 banks and 2017 banks, right? So banks still have a lot. You know, if the market gods decide to move up banks, banks have the most, I think, most to gain. VXX new high, guys. VXX new high, guys.
Wow, congrats.
Oh no, not new high. I'm sorry.
1481 though, not bad.
Moving this way up again. I'm letting this steak marinate, just like Scott said. We're letting the fucking steak marinate, especially on this VXX play. I think there's a lot of potential here to make big gains.
AMD went green.
Everything's fucked. Everything is awesome. Again, I don't know where this little spurt of SPX came from, but it always does shit. It's gonna revert to the mean, right? This was dropped because of oil. Oil is not looking good, guys. That's what I'm saying. It's gonna test the upside, right? And then the new shorts are just gonna come out here. 47.60 is a battle here, guys. We lose 47.60 in oil, say bye bye and hello to lower gas prices, hopefully. And hopefully, you know, that means I don't have to fill up my Bentley truck now with, you know, that much gas. Just a little bit of truck money.
Something big just happened because Ford just broke out of its channel. So
it broke down or broke up? Up. Cool.
Hey, what just happened in oil? It just went green to even. Well, now it's green.
Yeah, it's I think that oil report, it's the 47.60 battle here. It's a multi-year trend line on oil.
Dude, I want oil to crash.
I want oil to crash too. I want it to crash. I don't want it to go like, oh, $3 down, then $3 up. I want that shit to blow up.
Yeah, I want it to go to like 20. Hell, if it can go to 15, I'd be.
Oh, 15, dude. If oil goes to 15, I'm literally gonna dig a pit in my backyard and fucking store 100 barrels there. I'm gonna store one contract in my backyard. Or I'm gonna go to like Oklahoma or I think someone said they live in Utah. I'll fucking buy a piece of land in Utah and fucking just put barrels of oil there.
That's mad funny. You want to check out KLDX while everything's pretty calm? It's got like a full 100% upside potential.
Yeah, hold on a second. What is it again?
KLDX.
Oh, Apple just popped it.
Apple just went up, 35 cents.
This is a little yeah, it looks like double top here. Maybe we'll pick it up after here. Again, these formations are probably already done, you know. So we're here at the support. Down 2%. This is a little too cheap for me to buy. Penny stock. Maybe I'll put like $100 in this if I wanted to buy it, but not, or not $100. Maybe just like a little bit amount of shares, but I just hate these miners at like $3. I'd much rather buy something that's about $5 just because of the liquidity.
I like that double top with that consolidation right there. It looks like it's ready to.
There's a double bottom here. Yep.
Yeah. Looks like it's getting ready.
Yeah, miners is cracking down.
Apple
popped real hard. That's why. I don't know what supposedly made Apple pop, but it's definitely not oil. Oil's not making Apple pop. SPX reverting back to the means here. 23.85. Dollar's going down again. Dollar tried to break out just like yesterday. We're going back down to the bottoms of the triangle. It's probably just waiting for FOMC, to be honest. as you very well see, guys, Miners is making possibly a head and shoulders here, guys. So it might drop before the report. Who knows? But it looks like there's a head and shoulders forming here. I'll show you guys real quick what I see. Again, it's not head and shoulders until something forms. Something like that. Like, the reason why I'm hesitating to take my money on JNUG at this point is because I don't think it's gonna the head and shoulders again. It's not a head and shoulders until it becomes that neckline break. The neckline break defines the head and shoulders. I'm watching VIX just inch up higher and higher, guys. I'm watching the VIX right now, and that's probably why the gold miners are not being dropped on its heads, because the VIX is just, again, 6 cents down for GDXJ or 10 cents down. Really not that big of a drop just yet. But VIX is about to make a new high here, guys. When I say VIX again, VXX again, new high here, guys. New high for VIX, VXX. So treating us very nice at that VXX, the VIX, the short-term volatility long. Very nice, very good. Yep, Frank, I have a lot of friends in Texas as well. Mainly one friend who says they're just trying as hard as they do to produce as much oil as they can to get this over with and squeeze out the other guys. Because they're a big company, other guys, smaller company. They pump at 35. They can easily make money still at 30 with their hedges. So 30, 25 for at least a good part of a year. So as long as they keep hedging here, these big companies will last. It's just a matter of fact of when these little companies become bankrupt. Nice job, Olivier. I think the VIX can go higher here. 4%. I want more than 4% on VIX, on VXX. But can it blend? We're going to VWAP. It's almost at VWAP, just slightly, almost there. We're breaking down below here, 47.60 for oil, guys. 47.60 is breaking down. $47.60 is breaking down here, guys. Yo, Frank, I think you need to put your mic on push to talk, because it's picking up like your spoon and stuff like that when you're doing something in the background. It's picking it up if you're on the iPad or something. If you can hit push to talk, that would be awesome.
Yeah, sure. How do you do that?
I have no idea. Setting bog logs helping you here. And guys, this white line is a critical line for me. 47.60. It's at 47.58. Again, my numbers are slightly different from you guys because I'm trading a CFD versus you guys are trading a CL1.
All right, where do I go after that? Boop, bug lock. Then you go to what? Voice, I'm assuming. Voice.
Oh my. We're going up on a Wednesday.
Oh, thank you, man.
You know what happened last week? Last Monday, I missed the Gucci Man concert last Monday. I'm pissed. Last Monday, I just remember for some reason, I missed the Gucci Man concert on Friday, or last Monday. Mad salty right now. I don't know why that came in my head, but for some reason, I'm angry that I missed that concert. I thought I would share to 192 random strangers on the internet my current thoughts in my head. Again, everything I say, I never really think, so I might say some rude things. It's just because of my attitude, my temperament. I don't really think before I talk, and maybe that's why I'm somewhat good at trading, because I like to not think before I trade. When you think before you trade, you hesitate, and I don't know. Is that a bad thing? Who knows?
You know, go figure you're upset about that because, I mean, you were talking about, you know, your Gucci bags, your Gucci handbags the other day.
Yeah, and I missed the Gucci Man concert. Gucci Man's the man.
I don't even know who that is, and I'm 21 years old.
Gucci Mane? You should listen to some Gucci Mane. Oil's dropping here. You can't hold 47.60, guys. Again, it tried to go up. It had its last breath. No filters. We're trading stocks. We're not doing customer service. We're not doing we're not manning the telephones right now. We have no customers. We're fucking cursing out Wall Street all day. Again, guys, I don't like oil that much. I want to go down. 46 is my target if it decides to stay down here. If it breaks the double bottom here, it goes lower. Notice how gold is going down, miner's staying flat. Very weird, right? Very weird stuff. Shenanigans. R. Davian totally fell off his chair. Iran just failed a missile. How do you fail? Okay, if you fail a missile launch from a submarine, where does the missile end up? So Lord Pancreas just said Iran just failed a missile launch from a submarine. Where does that missile go? Did you like blow up your own submarine? Like, how does that work?
I didn't even know Iran had a submarine. I thought they just had little
Hezbollah guys.
They have one.
Not anymore.
Hezbollah.
I was just about to say if they had one submarine, they no longer have one.
Oh, and about that chair, I was moving it. I like this big old chair.
I use a throne, like a full-size throne when I trade.
Your Game of Thrones throne? The Iron Throne? It's like reporting here from King's Landing. Today in the markets, we have wheat futures going up. As Cersei's dragons torch the lands, wheat futures have experienced a 20% pop.
Waiting for Iron Bravos or Iron Bank to raise interest rates.
The Iron Isles decided to raise the cost of machinery.
Dude, AMD has really made me so upset.
Dude, AMD is having a dead cat bounce. It is going down further. I would not touch it.
Oh, guys, look at gold. I love gold.
See, this is why I stayed out. NQ futures are just yo-yoing up and down.
Oh, he saw his SPY feature. Or, sorry, the SP 500. Yo, oil's fucked. I think oil's about to get fucked real hard when the FOMC comes out with their statement. They're like, oh, we're continuing to monitor this oil situation. Boom! It drops. I'm looking for an exit here for J-Nunk here. But I think it can run all the way back up to positive. That's what I'm looking for. 31.20 here. And J-Nug is lagging behind Nugget, so I want to see this guy pick it up. Or what happens if I did buy the bottom? What happens if this is the bottom? Again, I said that last week, and they made me pay for it. So what if this is the bottom? What if this is the bottom?
I was expecting big moves today. Every FOMC day is a big day. Could be 20, 30%, you know. I mean, it has been in the past. I don't expect it to be that big, but I expect a big day.
J-Nug is 30.
Jon Snow of the Night's Watch has issued a buy rating on Dragon Glass. As the White Walkers approach the wall, features of Dragon Glass have gone through the roof.
Dude, I have no idea what you mean, but that sounds cool.
Today at 2 o'clock, Cersei Lannister, Queen of the Iron Throne, currently at King's Landing, will make an announcement today at 2 o'clock, and it will most certainly fuck everyone throughout the kingdom. Every single kingdom is about to get fucked at 2 o'clock with Cersei's announcement of absolutely nothing that will rock the markets.
You know, why did they push that so late?
Push what so late?
Game of Thrones.
What do you mean?
Usually it used to come out like, like a new season would come out like in March.
It's because it's gotten so popular, it's making everyone wait. There's only 2 seasons left before it ends.
I guess the Red Priest would be like the FTC.
I just know I'm like irritated waiting for it.
Do I want to see Cersei fuck some shit up? I bet she's gonna be queen until the end of the series.
I don't know, man. I think her brother's gonna kill her.
You think her brother? Oh, because of the prophecy?
I don't know that, but I just know when after that whole thing went down with her killing everybody like the way she did, that look on her brother's face, I don't know, man.
I think it's gonna be someone else. Because she says she's gonna be killed by her brother. I think someone else is gonna kill her. Right? She has another brother. I think the dwarf guy's gonna kill him. What's his face? What's that dwarf's name? Oh my god.
Gimli.
Not Gimli. We're wrong. Tyrion. No, Tyrion.
Tyrion.
Tyrion's gonna kill Cersei. I bet. Not. I think you're thinking of the wrong brother. Remember in this prophecy saying that Cersei's kids will die and then Cersei will be killed by her brother. I think it's gonna be Tyrion that kills her, not Jaime.
I think it's gonna be Jaime. I really do think it is. Because he was not happy about what went down, man.
Because his kid died.
Yeah, because of her.
She tried her best. Tried her best. Am I back? Am I back on the vibe train? It feels like it.
Good call on the VIX today.
Thank you. This
Definitely did not see that.
This J Nug is I'm up 700 on this J Nug right now, so I'm gonna see where it wants to go here. If it wants to go higher and pick up green again, I'm just waiting for the J Nug to go green because Nugget is green right now, and we literally bought here at the bottom. That was a nervous fucking buy. I'm not gonna lie. Holding my breath.
It was within 2 cents just a couple seconds ago.
Yep, so it was very, very, very close. But I'm just gonna see if it wants to go up to positive because again, I love this opening minute and closing minute stuff. Usually the price grab. If nothing happens, the price will usually go back to the mean. When I say that, I essentially mean that wherever the price opened or closed at, it wants to go there because that's essentially it's balancing everything out, right? If it drops too hard, it's going to go there. If it pops too hard, it's going to go there as well. And we're moving here, guys. Another high of the not high of a day, but it's popping up pretty good here, guys. It's popping up pretty good, pretty damn good.
It looks to me like gold wants to go back up to 52. And
It
if I
wants to
think
test
that
out. Yep,
happens, miners are going to be great.
dude, miners is about to squeeze. I bet whoever shorted the fuck out of. I bet a lot of people chase that short. I bet a lot of people chase that short just right now in the drop because they saw gold drop from 1252 to 1256 and they just shorted. And then we're just gonna get this epic squeeze. Hopefully the squeeze comes before so I can jump. If not, I'll just set a stop loss and just watch it. There you go, greens. Yep.
Green.
There's one trend line to break, and I'm looking for this 30th 130 exit possibly.
I can only wish I was green.
30.
I'm up to down 53% on it.
Let's go higher up.
Yeah.
Here we go, guys. 1650, 3090, nugget. Let's take a look at oil again, guys. Oil's literally sucking a big one right here near the lows. So eventually the volume is going to die here. And then after the volume dies, everyone made the positions. We're going to see what the this trickle of volume comes in, what they're going to do. So this last trickle is going to push the price. But we're already below support for me. I'm looking again. Look at the daily here, guys. $46 is what I'm looking at. If this breaks, guys. So when this white line breaks, it's gonna go down and then come back up and then eventually go back down. If it breaks. And Nugget is popping here, another new high for the day. Nugget. New high of the day, baby. Let's take a look at Nugget here for you all GDX guys. Still got a little bit more. Still got a little bit more. Back to 2190 here. 6 cents up. Let's do it. I have faith in my system, how I trade. So you guys can make fun of me for losing money all last week, not making a penny. But as long as if the trend here corrects today, I will have a very good week and very good next week. But if the trend doesn't correct, I'm probably going to be stuck in limbo once again. So this is a warning to you guys. It may or may not go up today. I hope it goes up here. But it's the luck of the draw and how Janet Yellen says things and how the market reacts. I have no control over that. T-Foul, the reason why I'm holding the Nuggets still is one. Eventually, I'm going to average down on that because I'm putting essentially I'm showing you that I'm putting my money where my mouth is. So I can be down, 10% over 10%. Oh, what am I doing? 10% in that trade. And I also hold on to it just to show you because I know a lot of people in this room are holding long Nugget or J-Nug. So I want to show them that I have confidence that gold will go up. So I'm holding that. It's not it's not it's not giving false confidence. I'm essentially saying I'm putting my money where my mouth is, right? Decay, on the other hand, is something else. All I'm saying is that trade right there, I don't think it's gonna go. I don't think it's gonna go bust, and it'll never go back to that price. That's essentially what I'm saying. I think it will go back to that price, especially if I average down, guys. 2. We're breaking up to new highs here, J Nugs. J Nugs, show me your nugs. Show me your nugs. It should be a very good day here, guys, with J Nug and Vix. I thought you had full control. No, dude, I'm actually controlled by Goldman Sachs. Yo, Goldman Sachs, hit me up, brah. Hit me up.
BlackRock, dude.
BlackRock. Yeah, fuck you, Goldman Sachs, you piece of shit. I'll take Citadel. I'll take Citadel overall too.
No. Schwab. Gotta go
Schwab?
Schwab.
Fuck no, absolutely not Schwab. Last company I would work for is Schwab. Citadel. Chicago, CME. You want me to, whenever, what's his face on CNBC? The guy that has a gap between his tooth that does the bonds all this time. What's his name?
I was gonna say Schwab's not too bad.
Rick Santelli, right?
Oh, Rick Santelli.
Oh my God, I
Santelli's
will work at the CME behind him, and I'll just like dance around every time he's on TV. That'd be awesome. Just like do a little dance when he's on TV. Just troll him in the background.
Man, you ain't gonna be able to do that.
Oh, I'm not gonna be able to do that.
A legend. Santelli's a legend in Chicago, man.
Yes, but I'll casually walk
beard.
back and stare at the camera. Just do a full stare. Or start Santelli. I'm gonna be a Page Shell. Rick's Page Shell.
No offense to anyone that works for Goldman Sachs, but fuck them.
Fuck you guys. You heard Ardavian here first. Fuck you guys. I work at Goldman Sachs.
If you work for Goldman Sachs, I have no problem with you. I don't hate you.
He hates you. He's just saying nicely. He hates you. I'm just kidding. But everyone hates Goldman Sachs. Trust me. Everyone hates Goldman Sachs. But if you're working for Goldman Sachs, you probably love fucking Goldman Sachs.
Of course. If I worked out, I'd love it too.
Give me that 100% bonus compared to my salary. I'll be loving Goldman Sachs too. I'll sell my soul to work for 100% bonus. It's like, oh, your salary is 150 a year? We'll just give you another 150. You performed well this year. But then again, you got to sell your soul. So it's either you're selling your soul to Goldman Sachs, or I don't know what you guys are doing, but if you work for Goldman Sachs, you're selling your soul. So we're encountering some resistance 3120 here, guys, for GDXJ. So we're just slightly off the highs here. I just want to see what happens here. It could retrace all the way down to 31 bucks again. But again, I'm interested in seeing what happens here. So it's nice we're still, we're in the positive here today, guys. Oh, Puerto Rico just filed bankrupt in U.S. courts. Let's look at bonds. Let's look at the bonds. Yes.
Yeah, somebody just mentioned that on Trading View about Puerto Rico.
And JMAC just bailed.
Just a little tickle down, 7-cent tickle downwards. So bonds look like they're going up here with gold. Looks like there's really no reaction. Again, that Puerto Rican news is somewhat old. I think it happened this morning, right? And bonds look like it's broke out from this downtrend. So I want to see bonds continue to go up. Right. Today we
Bonds and gold go together.
They should. Yep. Relatively.
Yeah. Because that's the safe zone, right?
The safe. Yeah. Same with the yen. Bonds, yen, gold.
Bonds, yen, gold.
And when I say yen, I mean the appreciation of yen. The more stronger yen gets, stronger dollar. The stronger the bond prices are, the stronger gold is. Essentially, alternative assets other than the dollar. If you guys want to make a lot of money, buy some wine. Buy some really expensive wine. Because one day, that wine's going to be worth a lot more than it is today. It's just like gold. It doesn't give dividends. It's an asset, right? Buy some wines. Buy a nice bottle of $5,000 wine. Don't drink it. I hate wine, so I won't have the urge to drink a $5,000 bottle of wine and say that I did, but buy wine and hold that shit. He makes a lot of money. I'll be right back, guys. So we're seeing gold taking a little dip here in the last 5 minutes. DXY sideways, guys. No surprise here. It's been doing that for a little bit, but UJ still poking up a little bit by a little bit. TOT retraced a little bit. SPX, fucking SPX, guys. Popping up pretty hard here. Let's look at Apple. Apple's still around this 146.20 area. So far, I haven't seen any effort to fill the gap back up to the upside. This reversal candle here, maybe it wants to go up, maybe it doesn't, but I'm looking for this to come back down here. JNUG pop back up to 1641, but I'm here looking at SPX for sure. I think that's, and SPX is doing exactly what it did. It dipped hard, thus it's going to go down, back up. But oil is still at 47.51. My oil price is going to be different from your oil price because you're probably using crude. So I want to make that announcement again. Just watching crude here if it wants to perk up, or it wants to keep dropping. Because if it wants to drop, it's going to stop out all the longs I bought today. Yeah, Goldman Sachs is a nice place to work, right? You just gotta work a lot there. So maybe that, if you're working, 10 hours, at least 10 hours. You're okay. If you work at Goldman Sachs, you're working at least 10 hours a day. You're working at least 50 hours a week, at least. And if you're not in there for at least 50 hours, you're fucking fired because you're not putting up enough effort. That's the thing I hate about Goldman Sachs, that they treat people like that. I hate places like, if you're not the first one there or the last one out, then you're fucking gone. Yep, more like 70. Again, at least 50 or 10 hours a day. And again, you're gonna be someone's bitch for sure if you're working Goldman Sachs, especially if you're a new guy. Oh yeah, definitely. But then it opens up a lot of doors. If you want to make money that way and put hard work that way, that's one way of making money. Who gives a fuck if you're? But the only thing is, you might not have time to enjoy the other things in life. As in not working, right? If you're making all that money, so a first year analyst is probably making over. I'm thinking investment again. If anyone here works in the industry, please share your stories. An investment banker, right? IB banker at a big bank, they'll likely they're going to be making somewhat of a small salary, right? Their money comes mainly from the bonus. So essentially, you have to stay there, right? So all your money you make comes from your bonus, how well you perform. That's where the majority of money comes from. So let's say you're making $75,000 a year, right? Your salary to 75, but your bonus at the end of the year could be another 75. That's the thing. Yep, 80,000 right out of the college, around 75. Yep, $75,000, $80,000, New York City, first year, and then your bonus is gonna be real fat if you can last. But essentially, you're still selling your soul. You're selling your fucking soul. Some people like that. Again, I can never do financial analyst. Yep, 50 bonus. So yeah, sounds about right. Sounds about right, Joe. The VIX got slammed. VXX got slammed 20 cents here. I'm just watching here. It's because the SPX came up. Or we're almost back to even for SPX, guys. The VIX is still elevated here. Not yet going back all the way down, but let's see what happens here, guys. Let's see what happens. I'm not, to be honest, guys. Again, I'm not that smart enough to be an IB banker. My parents, when they growing up, pretty much installed the fact if I'm going to finance, I'm working at Goldman Sachs. I'm a finance and investment banker. Really never liked investment banking because that's essentially you're being I never want you're being someone's bitch. It's kindly to put it. If you're an investment banker, you're working for someone else who's calling the shots, and you're just doing the grunt work until you get promoted after 3 years. I enjoyed my young 20s a lot after college, so I found trading to be better than fundamental analysis, financial analysis. Again, financial analysts, been there, done that. Not my cup of tea, to be honest. XLF is got a little pop here in the last 5 minutes. Again, oil's trying to claw its way up. Again, it's a traffic jam here, the white line. I'm going to delete this white line. I think I've said white line multiple times, so I'm going to go ahead and delete that. Sure he does. Sure he does. But does he like his job? That's the thing. Never met an investment banker who's like, oh, I love my job. This sounds fun. But anyways, going back to the story. I was never that smart enough to become an investment banker, mainly because of my GPA, because I was a troublemaker. But that being said, all you guys, all the youngins out there, I know there's a few young guys here in college and stuff. Life takes you paths. You may not get your favorite, best job you want, but there's always other opportunities. And if you're looking for investment banking, you're looking to make money, right? There's other ways to make money. You just gotta try. And if you're put in a position where you can make money, please try as hard as you can and not waste it. Who cares about GPA? Goldman Sachs does. And 3.75, I think, is like the cutoff for them. 3.75. And they won't even look at you if you're from public school. I'm from Ohio State. They don't recruit that, they recruit investment bankers here, but not that many. Again, there's other jobs out there in investment banking. I know a lot of the Asian bros in here, they're like, my parents are whipping me because I don't go, I'm doing too well in school. Don't worry, man. Life's life, dude. You're already in a good position. So it looks like VIX is coming down a little bit. VIX popped to 1485, is now down almost 20 cents from there. Almost 20 cents, but gold is relatively stable here. I'm just looking what this is a shooting star possibly, but not really because again the wick has to be as long as longer than the body, and I don't see that case here, guys. Maybe a false breakout. Again, I'm looking for this 3130 to possibly take one more knife up because we got plenty of time here. 2 hours before the market closes. I'm sorry, 2 hours before Mrs. Yellen comes on. Never asked about your grades or diploma. For a lot of these destinations, they only test like 2 times a year, so you might not be able to. I actually wanted to work for I wanted to work for the FBI at one point in my life. The FBI or the CIA, and guess what? Apparently, I'm not good enough for them either. That being said, no matter where life takes you, don't worry about it. It just moves you to paths. You know, if you believe in God, maybe that's why life moves for you. But in my opinion, um, I think whatever it takes you, you just gotta go with the flow, brah. Be like a California surfer, just rip that wave. The wave wants to go left, you go left. The wave wants to take you right, you go right. If you want to get bitten by a shark, that's what happens. You get bitten by a shark.
And then you become Sharkman.
Shark man. Then you become paralyzed and disabled.
Or you become Sharkman.
Well, Third Man Walking, you may be out of luck. Third Man Walking says, I don't want a job that will allow me to smoke on my own time. Well, banks these days are testing for nicotine. Isn't that awesome? They're testing for nicotine. You smoke nicotine, you're fucking not getting the job. Papa Molly, I'm trading. Woo! McDonald's doesn't do a drug test. I would have never known. That's a joke. Wow, nicotine? No, that's not a joke, Bobby. It's the 21st century. People are all really up about this smoking shit.
Dude, I wonder if you could get a job like to trade for McDonald's Corporation, you know?
Probably the part of cattle futures, man.
Cattle futures.
That's not a thing. Cattle futures are a real thing.
I've heard of hog futures.
Yep. Cattle livestock is a big part of futures in agriculture. CME, GD. That's a cool job. I would totally like a job like that. Again, CME is probably much more chill than Wall Street. They're probably way more chill. But I feel like CME might have to live in your office. Again, guys, nicotine. I can't believe they're testing people for nicotine these days. That's outrageous, in my opinion. This is just stupid. So market's only down 0.12 again. Look at this garbage. Goes down, goes up. Who the fuck cares? It's just sideways at this point. Buy the dip, sell the rip. That's what the play has been. Oil here, guys. Again, trying to hit this 47.60 and go up. Trying to go up here, guys. It is trying. I'm not gonna knock it for that, but it's totally trying to go up. Possible double bottom, but we've been here. It looks eerily similar to last time we were here, right? Looks similar. Looks very similar. Last time we were able to recover off the double bottom. If we come knocking a third time, fourth time. Let's see what happens the fourth time. Someone gonna answer the door? Going up on a Wednesday. XLF, guys. I'm also looking at XLF, seeing what it does here. So far, it's been sideways for the last week almost. Right? Doesn't JNUG look bullish here? Like a double bottom bullishness here? It looks very bullish for some reason, guys. which is making me uncomfortable. To be honest, it's kind of making uncomfortable that's going up this fast.
What was the bottom that it hit today for GDXJ?
30.72. We're way off the bottom here. Well, not way off. We're a few good percentage points off.
Go up. So far, the price is looking choppy to the side here. Market doesn't want to go up though. It wants to go up. Nugget is consistently going up here. My Nick menu.
Yeah, the tech futures is just going sideways right now.
I'm looking at XLE. It's just not going anywhere either. Or XLF. I'm sorry. Nugget might make a new high today here, guys. Just stay tuned. It's a few cents away. When I say a few cents, I literally mean like 3 cents away. Baby, that's all I need when I'm lying here in your arms. Gotta get up to get down. Gotta get up to get down. Looking for some education. Made my way into the night. I'm singing a love song to my GDXJ Nugs. Some George Michael. Love me long time, GXJ. Love me long time. Baby, can't you read the signs? Gotta get up to get down. Getting new high for Nugget, guys. Daily high for Nugget. Give me that guap. So we're at the opening minute, guys, aka closing minute of yesterday. Opening minute of the last time, it looks like 31.33. So maybe another 10 cent. I'm looking for another 10-cent pop here in GXJ before I decide what I do with it, really. Not really showing me any rejections here. And we're at lows of goats. I can only assume this might be going higher. Back up to the 52, where's the 200 moving average.
So I'm looking for maybe another 10-cent pop here in GDXJ. We'll see. We'll see what happens here, guys. What's the history on FOMC day? I don't know. I've never tried finding the history. Historical from the last few rate hikes means goes up every single time. If not, it lags one day then goes up. Historically, for the FOMC, at least for the last few hikes. Nugget is up 1%, guys. I want to see another stabby up here. Actually, I gotta wind this up a little bit because as lines change, so do our changes. So it's pushing up against the medium here, guys. Adjust. I like this better. It's the language. Yep. Exactly, Mr. GD. It's all about that language. I'm almost at 1K for this trade, guys. Almost at 1K. Not looking too healthy for crude, man. Crude is not looking that healthy. I'm gonna draw this little miniature uptrend here, guys. So if this uptrend breaks, I'm assuming that it's gonna be bad, really bad. So we again looks like a 47.52. I said 47.60, but again these are 10-cent variants. Essentially, I'm saying that if this breaks here again, if this uptrend breaks, it's not able to U its way up here. It's gonna trickle, and that would be really bad if 2 o'clock they announce the FOMC statement and oil decides to fucking die at 2 o'clock. Then it's gonna bring down the market for sure. Not only Apple's gonna bring it down, but also this other stuff. Let's see Apple again. Oh, Apple only down 0.5%. Jesus fucking Christ. This guy doesn't want to die.
Hey E, what's the put and call ratios?
What are the put and call ratios? Let's find out. Put call ratio. Oh my god, guys, this is 1.21. Oh my god, there's too many calls. I mean, too many puts. 1.21, guy. Too many puts, guys. The market might go up to new highs here. Alright, guys, the market might go up to new highs. It's 1.21. That's a lot of fucking puts, dude. That's too many for me to feel comfortable. Maybe that's why the market's been popping back to even here. A lot of puts, guys. There's tons of puts being bought. 1.21.
Hopefully they get killed.
Is that just on JNUG or what's that on?
Total.
Oh, okay.
Everything.
For the whole market.
And index options, equity options. Yep,
Okay.
total. Why are more puts positive? Again, I went over this. Contrarian thought, man. More puts means market goes up, more calls, market goes down. So unless we see the put call ratio pull down to 1, again, it's very unusual to see more puts than calls at one point. So when you see more puts than calls, that's I'm not really concerned with more calls than puts, but more puts than calls is something alarming to me. Also remember there's an 11,000 contract buy on GDX. Point and figure is still good on the daily here for gold. Yep, you got it right, Dominic.
I just felt the need to type that.
New high, guys. New high, guys, for JNUG. Yeah, kind of like short squeeze. So you're squeezing out the other positions, right? No one wants to take a loss on their options. That's why I'm more concerned about it going. It's easier to pump the market all up than down, of course. So back when the market was declining, I think 2 months ago, there was like 1.5 or like almost 2 almost, I think. It was like for every one call there was 2 puts, and the market was like, "Nope, we're going to." And guess what happened? Literally, that was indication. Same thing with short interest, guys. Short interest and also shorting is a signal, right? It's not the cue, it's a signal. Come on, just a little bit more, my precious.
Department of Justice is gonna slap them hands on Goldman Sachs. I guess they've been rigging.
Yeah, it's just delayed.
PC, Android.